we left you guys a mere matter of days ago on Thursday night, as you had attempted to go and find Meadow in the border forest, in the near side of the border forest, after finding that she was part of the missing party, and the elves, the wood elves of that region had offered you some equipment and place to stay upon nearly dying to a hag in the woods. You came back, took a long rest during the day, which conveniently lined up to make you able to attend a meeting with a thieves guild, an unknown thieves guild, but you knew it was a thieves guild that Corin had been in touch with, asking information about Vex and the goings-on at the Silent Dagger, for which they replied and said, come and meet us at this pub with a set of details to get in there. And that is what you guys did. Turned up, heckled a lovely fiddle player. We'll deal with the repercussions of that in time, I'm sure. But also, Corin making his way to the bar, repeating and going through the steps that were relayed to him to find himself a booth. And we ended with a shadowy figure, joining Corin in the bench, flicking a switch as the bench was covered by kind of a false wall. The two elves at the bar noticing that the bench is now gone. And Corin, you are faced with, a shadowy tiefling in front of you. We'll pick up with that conversation. If people want to do stuff whilst you were there, I know Faywin was stealing wine. If anyone wants to pick up some bits, we'll cut backwards and forwards. But
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
My
right,
bad.
Can I clap the lute player or whatever she was saying?
She's playing, I literally just said,
But not sarcastically, not endearingly, with passion.
Mm-hmm.
Like sincerity, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, she is eyeballing your table because of the heckles that have been coming via Zaga.
I roll my eyes as Arthur claps enthusiastically.
I look at him and say, she's really good, you know. Like, you should take some lessons.
If you like that sort of thing, maybe, I guess.
I continue clapping, and then I sit down when I realise no one else has clapped. When everyone else has finished clapping.
Yeah, there's a bit, it's less well, at the end of a song, yeah, there'll be a bit of a clap, but they kind of are keeping just a general pace of music going to keep spirits lively.
Like a kid in school assembly, I want to be the last person clapping.
Nice, I like it. That fits. Corin.
Right, I'll mute while I finish this share.
Yeah, do that. Corin, you are face to face with a tiefling. A tiefling in a dark, like a deep red dark cloak. You can see the horns kind of bracing out the front of the hood as the light it's low light in here now. As this room is cut off, you realise there's like one very dim oil lamp that's quite low down on its old settings. So you just see in shadows, you see the whispered face, but you can see the red face of the tiefling and the horns posting through the front as she kicks off the conversation with you. I think actually you had a bit of a conversation before, right? She asked if you were alone.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the meeting alone.
Yes. She asked if you were alone, and then kicks in with well, if you are alone or your friends are staying outside, then let's get down to what you know. How long have you been working with these characters?
Which characters are you talking about? My friends out there?
No. The ones that you mentioned in your note.
Oh, that, no, not long. We're just, we're at the Dagger Inn, and they had some flyers going about work, and, so only a few days, really. About 3-4 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's interesting you got in touch with us. We've heard of some activity of a new player in town. How much do you know about who you have been dealing with in terms of our organization?
In terms of your organization, not a lot. No, I know what to look out for to get messages about, so that's all I've been doing.
Okay.
I don't know exactly who they're going to exactly.
Okay. Well, let me start from the beginning. Well, you are talking to a member of the Red Hood Thieves Guild. We operate here out of Redvant and the surrounding areas. We cover a lot of this area, a lot of the border forest. This is our patch. This is where we work, and we don't really take too kindly to others stepping in. We like to have people like yourself passing through the anonymity that comes with the roaming thieves and assassins and the dirty underbelly. But when someone asks questions, as you've been asking questions, as regularly as you've been asking questions, we like to take a little bit more notice. So, who other than yourself has been working with this party?
Just a few other people that also answered the flyer looking for work. I don't know how many people exactly are working now, but there's a few.
Okay. Yeah, we've noticed there's a few. We believe this party, at least some of this party that have been working, have been interrupting some of the business of some of our interested parties. We've seen some deliveries go missing. We know there was a little problem down by the port, down by the beer port the other day. And yes, the timing of your questions and the timing of these things all seem to line up a little too well. How aligned are you with these new parties? How much information do you have? You know how these things work. We're willing to pay for information, but we need to know how in bed with them are you?
Well, like I say, we've only been really working with them for 3 or 4 days, so we're not aligned too heavily with them. In fact, the reason why I've been asking for information is I like to know who I'm working for. I like to have all the information I can at hand, and they've been quite secretive, to be honest. And I just wanted to try and see if I can find some information about them. To make some future decisions based on information.
Okay. Well, I've been sent here to talk to you and any of your interested parties, but it's happy to talk to yourself on maybe doing a little bit of business. Information goes a long way in this in our line of work. That anything that you can get back to us that will help us maybe identify what the long goals are for these guys. Are they 2-bit? Are they light thieves and merchants, or are they after something slightly more big time? How would you feel about working with the Red Hoods on this one?
It's not something I'm going to just miss straight away. It all depends what I would get out of it myself,
Oh, we pay you very well for information. We'll start with information, keeping our communication to a minimum, but we pay well for good information about these sorts of gangs and clans that pop up to try and take a little piece of what Redvant has to offer. So if you have information, we have gold. It's all about, I suppose, where your allegiances will lie. We can start with the small bits. We can start with a light relationship.
My allegiances lie with my pockets, Financial gain. I don't really have allegiance to any particular organization or another.
This is.
You mentioned you had interested parties.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to elaborate a bit? Like I say, I like to know who I'm working with and working for.
Well, I can tell you're from out of town, so let's just
Sure.
say we have our fingers in a lot of pies, but the interested parties we work with, they own the pies. They own all the pies in Redvant.
It's good to know.
Yeah. So we deal with some of the stuff that maybe our benefactors can't get their hands a little too dirty in. But like I say, everyone has a price, and it's good to hear that you have a price.
Is there anything in particular you're looking out for? I know you say information, but anything in particular information-wise?
All information is good information in this game. Any names, any plans, size of group, people we should be aware of, anything you think that might be tarnishing the good reputation of Redvant. Depending on the information will depend on the price.
Okay, well, that's definitely something I can think about that. And, like I say, it's financial gain I'm looking for. Like I say, I'm not allegiance to anyone, but the gold,
Well, that's what I'd like to hear. We can do some business. Well, we'll be in touch. You know how to get hold of us. Where would do you have a base? Do you have somewhere we can be able to get hold of you? Are you going to continue to use the thieves?
As of yet, no. We're staying at the Side and Dagger, and like I said, that is also owned by this particular group. So, as of yet, no, we don't have our own base of operation yet. So, I think just the way we've been communicating for now is probably the best way.
Okay, that works. That works for me. Okay. Well, any information you want to hand over, we can start to do business on. Any information you find from here, please do let us know, and we shall ensure that payment is made.
Gotcha.
Well, I say we drink to a new fruitful relationship of information. And she kind of offers her glass up to you. I think you already had a beer as well, right?
Yeah, so I for my glass up and toast.
Yeah. She toasts, shots back. She just got like a light brown liqueur, like a rum or a whiskey or something that's strong. Perfect. Well, if you need to get hold of us, you know how to do so. We will be in touch shortly. Any information you can pass, we will keep this relationship open. And she just leaves a little, throws a little coin bag on the table, pushes the button, and as the door opens, she kind of slides out. Those in the bar, what would you like to be doing over the past 3 or 4 minutes?
How much was in the coin case?
There's 5 gold in there.
So the music was playing. So what kind of genre type thing is it? Is it like Zaga's kind of sing-alongy, upbeaty kind of?
It's more. Yeah, it's upbeat. It's not sing-alongy. There's no vocals. It's more just. It's like an Irish jig. It's very fast-paced. There's a lot of foot stomping. It's it's a get up, dance with your drinks, shot them, and then it's just like one fiddle player, one person on a basic like bongo drum, like box drum type thing, who occasionally flicks to a flute.
Okay, so I want to cast light on my pipe and start sort of swaying it in time with the music.
Yeah, that'd be quick.
And when I start doing it, I just kind of look at Zaga and do a shit-eating grin.
Zaga gets up in disgust and walks out of the bar.
Walks out of the bar.
Yeah.
As you get up and walk away, you hear Talia, the fiddle player, just like stop abruptly in the middle of a song and just shouts out. She's like, "Well, good riddance to bad news," and then just starts back into it again as you're walking away.
How much of Zaga's drink is left, or is he drunk at all?
Probably half of it left.
I grab his glass and put it next to me.
I stop when I hear the voice of the shitty fiddle player and turn around and boo loudly again. Boo!
No, you on your own booing, with no backing up, is pales in comparison to the noise and music that's going on there. Elps at the bar, stealing wine.
So we saw the shadow character, right, with Corin.
You saw Corin walk in, and you saw kind of a shadow character walk past you, and then you saw the kind of the wall slide behind where Corin had just gone. Yeah. So you would see it was if you were watching it, you would see the door open and a figure come out, and then Corin sat at the table. If you weren't watching it, it's up to you. But if you were watching it, you'd see the door, you'd see the wall kind of come back round.
Bon, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, same. So then
Same.
I turn to Bon and I'm like, why is there so much weird shit going on in Elvish? And then I pull out my diary
Yeah.
and just start writing. And there's like tears on the page.
So I grab the drink, find a table quite near to the bar, close to the bar as possible, while keeping my eye on where it just turned. Just keep an eye on where Corin was.
Yep.
While sitting down, not really taking much notice of the music playing, just more concentrating on that side of the room.
Can I since my boo went unheeded, can I cast Mage Hand?
Yeah.
And I want to take it right up to the fiddle player's face and then have it show her the middle finger.
Yes, you can.
And then I dissipate my Mage Hand.
Okay. You staying inside?
No, I'll walk out after showing her the middle finger with a ghostly hand.
Nice. You hear the chuckles and laughter of her and her half orc kind of drum player behind her.
Pretty sure we didn't notice a half-orc drum player the first time round.
No one asked what it was.
We didn't notice the half-orc drum player.
You didn't ask what the drum player was, did you?
You had tunnel vision.
Yeah. You were like, "Who's the fiddle player I'm going after?" I was like, "Oh, there's a drum player there." No one was like, "Who's the drum player?" Guy's gonna beat the shit out of you, probably. Hopefully, I mean, cool. Yeah. So the music carries on as you're there. Corin, as the door opens, kind of Viper just slides out and disappears off. As the elves watching, you see the door open, and as she disappears off, she kind of just like disappears into the darkness of the back corner of the pub. And as you look around, you can't pick up with your passive perception where she disappeared to, but that booth is now open to view. Although Corin is a small man sat on the side that you would be able to see him from.
So I leave the booth and make my way over to the Alps. Well, that was interesting.
What happened? You disappeared. I can't lose another person today.
Don't worry, nobody's got lost today. Just some stuff to be said, but here's probably not the best place. And nor is the Silent Dagger, really.
Oh.
Should we try find somewhere else to stay for the night?
That's probably for the best, yeah.
What you mean you don't want to stay here? Do they have rooms here?
Well, I mean, it's not that I have an issue staying here, it's just if You know, the walls might have ears if you get me.
Uh-huh. Have we clocked Saga getting in beef with the fiddle woman?
You would have maybe heard him booing. Like the music is loud and playing. And if you were concentrated, like if you were looking towards the booth, it would have been on your 180. It would have been right behind you. So
Do we know that he's left the bar?
It's whether you turn around and thought you would have looked. The music would carry on. So it's only if you were scanning around, keeping an eye on the rest of your party, that you would have seen that he's got up and started moving.
Well, I think that Faywin would have noticed Arta and his light up pint, so maybe then clocks that Zaga's not there anymore.
Yep.
And then turns to Corin and Von and says, well, I know what you mean, Corin, and Zaga went outside maybe to get some air or something, so maybe we should stay somewhere else.
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
Are we going to find somewhere this late at night, though? They're going to be kicking out of here soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they said when we came in. We might be able to find another inn, or perhaps maybe back to the temple, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can try another inn. We have to go quick, though, if they're kicking out at these sort of times.
Do you want to go and let Arta know we shouldn't leave him?
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. I wander over and tap out on the shore and say, it's time to go.
I don't hear him at first because I'm too in keeping with the music.
Arta, it's time to go, man.
I jump out of my seat. But the music, I was enjoying the music.
Well, I'm sure I can come back and catch the full shore sometime, you know.
Okay, fine. I kind of droop down, sort of back arch, trying to look as sad as possible as I'm walking out.
Mm-hmm.
And as I leave, I give a big thumbs up to the lute player and the drum player.
Nice. You get like a nod back as they carry on their song. With your light up bloody pipe.
So where to? Where are we going? It's night time, but I'm not tired. We're doing exciting things, like fireworks or
We're gonna try and find somewhere else to stay. You know,
throwing eggs at people's houses.
Well, it's probably not the best idea right now.
Do you really want to make more enemies?
I don't have enemies. I'm really endearing.
I glare at him.
See?
We're gonna try and find somewhere else to stay that's not here, not the Sound Dagger.
Okay.
Well, where did Dagger go?
I think he was jealous that he couldn't play the lute. He ran off in a huff. Did some mage hand stuff, which was... I thought it was part of the show, honestly. But I assume it was him, because there was a big middle finger, and that seems like his, MO.
That sounds like him, yeah.
Can we see Zaga from where we're standing?
Zaga, where did you
Maybe.
go?
We've left the inn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I should just be standing outside.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
I see him, I cast Thermosurgery and I cough.
I pat you on the back.
I turn off
You
Thermosurgery.
finally had enough of the fucking music as well, huh?
We're gonna find somewhere to go and rest, Zaga. We didn't think that was the best place. Corin has some information to give us, but it's a bit weird in there.
I mean, the music was shit. I wouldn't want to stay there.
Right, let's go see if we can find somewhere before everywhere's closed.
And off we go.
Yep.
Zagar is keeping his eyes out for any kind of classy hotel-looking place.
Brilliant.
Nice. You're in Redvant. That's going to be difficult. You're in, but the Fisher Shamrock is in the north part. So if you make your way south towards the Silent Dagger, you hit the big, the kind of main square, and it's the main square you pass through where there's a few inns around the square. Then there's the alleyways off, which is where you found the magic trip you went to, a few of the general stores and the traders, all in this main area. So you have straight to hand 2 one inn called the Laughing Halfling and one called the Druid's Grove.
I've got to go to Laughing Halfling, surely.
What about the Druid's Grove?
Wait.
We can go to the Laughing Halfling.
Next time we go to Druid's Grove, we'll do a bit of it.
We'll probably get kicked out of this one as well, so keep a note of it.
Which one are we going to?
The Laughing Halfling. That was the one, right? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
To be fair, we do need more laughing halflings around here because this one's not the cheeriest one.
Can I take a look to-
There's probably good reason for that.
And I bring up my elbows to hey, hear what I said? That was funny. On whoever stood next to me.
I ignore Arthur. Can I take a look at the two inns and just from outside, get an idea of what either of them might be like?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
D&D Beyond is really slow with the rolling animations at the moment. Oh god, that's a 3.
3. It's quite dark. But you looking at the two of them, the Druid's Grove is it looks slightly smaller, stone built. The Laughing Halfling is more. If I can remember one, is built around a tree, like a large oak tree. Maybe looks a tiny bit nicer from the outside, but it's the difference between like a smaller stone-based inn or something that looks maybe like the fact that it's built around the tree, like the tree is kind of growing as one corner of the inn, and then it's built around it. It looks maybe a little bit like more difficult to build, I suppose, is what we can go for. But nothing that's obviously with the 3 that's overly discerning about the 2.
Sorry, which one was the tree? Was that the tree?
The Laughing Halfling.
Oh, the Laughing Halfling. Yeah, okay, let's go to that one.
Grand. Go Laughing Halfling.
Yep, cool. Let me just find...
Corin, as a halfling, maybe you should ask if they've got any rooms.
See,
I think that's racist.
I just don't want to get any trouble from here.
I'm not sure you 3 will fit in the beds in here.
yeah. So as you get to the Laughing Halfling, it's it is well put together. It's when you get close, it looks like it might have been a large one-story from afar, but as you get closer, it's 2 smaller stores. So anyone that is pushing above the 6 foot is going to be close to the end. You think like old English cottage style. There's going to be beams that are there that you're going to do. Even the door frame itself is these 3 large wooden beams. The door much smaller than almost the beams that go around the outside. So you'll be ducking to get inside. The elves as well. I forget Faerun's also very tall.
Yes.
Everyone's taller than anyone.
Yeah.
Leggy
so
elf.
you will be constantly ducking under beams as you make your way inside. But looks nicely put together. Nice little round windows that are in there, and as you walk inside, quite quiet. At this time of night, you can see there's a few people still finishing drinks around small tables, and there's lots of these small round tables with small round stools dotted everywhere. That if they were full-sized humanoids, that would be quite cramped. But there's a mix of halfling folk in here, as well as humanoids as well, like slightly taller people. And as you walk through the door, there's a halfling behind a bar, a slightly lowered bar, and he looks slightly taller than Corin, so you assume standing or something behind as he welcomes you guys. And he goes, "Oh, it's getting late here, boys. What can we do you for? You looking for a drink? Looking for a little nightcap?"
You're not from Bryn, are you? You don't have the accent.
No, I was originally from Bryn, but we've been travelling around all over the place, you see. So I tend to pick up a bit of a parrot, a bit of a chameleon. I follow what everyone else has.
I see. We're looking for some rooms if you have them, and maybe a nightcap too.
We can do you a bit of both if you'd like. We got some rooms. What you want? What's your budget?
Well, how much are the rooms?
Well, it depends what your budget is, I suppose. We've just lost my sheet. It will be 5 silver pieces a night per person if you are in a bunk. If you want your own private rooms, it's 8 silver pieces a night. We do have still some private rooms available. You can share if you want. It's really up to you, and the nightcap will deal with once you've decided.
What do people want to do?
I look over and say, "Hey, Karen, I can understand your friend. Why don't you speak like him?"
Well, I speak the mother tongue, Zaga.
What is that about the other lung?
Yeah, exactly.
So how many rooms
do you
would
want your own room or do you want to share?
Both are very
mean-
good price and both are very lovely. The beds, as he looks over to you, Fabian, he's like, the beds might be a little small for you, but, you know, they'll be comfy enough.
That's okay, I can curl up. I only need 4 hours meditation anyway.
Well, that's lovely.
I haven't
what
heard
do
you
want?
say that before.
You just don't listen, Arta.
Oh no, I've heard you say it lots. That's why I said it.
Yeah, I thought so.
What an asshole.
Want your own rooms or we're gonna share?
I'm easy. Just.
I don't mind sharing. I don't really want to be on my own after what happened today.
Okay, so how many beds do you have to a room there?
To a private room, there's 2 beds. To a dorm room, we can get all 6 of you in if you'd like.
6. There's only 5 of us.
5. Oh,
I look around and I see if I can see anyone
I thought you were offering me to share
that's
with you.
walked in with us.
We'll take the dorm there and a drink each to go up there with.
A drink each.
I'll have a private room. Thanks.
Oh, well.
Okay, you can sort yourself out then, Zaga. I'll pay for the dorm for those.
Okay, that will be 20 silver pieces for the dorm, for the 4 beds, and then 1 private suite for my kobold friend there. That's 8 silver pieces.
I'll pay for the dorm.
Nice. So knock off 20
Aw.
silver.
Thanks, Corin.
Thank you, Corin. It's very
That's
kind.
two gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I owe you as well. Who do I not
Shit.
owe at this point?
As soon as you're paying for the room, I'll pay for the drinks.
Nice. And what do you want? Just an assortment? Anyone got any particular? We got some lovely ales. We do have a little bit of wine if somebody wants to splash out a little bit more. Or some of the harder liquor if that's your fancy.
I'll take a rum there if you got a rum.
We've got a lovely little one actually. Anything else?
Oh, I'll have a wine.
Oh, a wine.
Just a water for me, please.
A water. It means sensible for a nightcap. Someone says. It's 5 silver. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's 2 silver pieces. Sorry, per drink. So anyone that wants a drink, whoever's paying. It's my lovely elf friend here.
Arthur? Zaga?
Tap water.
No, not for the tap water, of course.
Oh, I'll just have an ale.
It's a good ale.
Have you got like a hot chocolate?
Oh, what? Sorry.
Like a warm, creamy drink that tastes good with some brandy in it.
We can do you a warm cow's milk with a bit of sugar and a bit of brandy if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's quite good. You usually give it to the children when they're not sleeping at night. But yeah, let's get one of those. Maybe no one knows in a while, but yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I don't think you have any draconic fire water.
No. Draconic fire water. No, we'll have a look out for that next time. No, we always like to expand our range. So that's 4 drinks. That's 8 silver. Fun. Lovely stuff. Right, here is, and he leans behind, he's like, here's the dorm room key. 1 key I'm hoping will be enough. The dorms are unlocked, but in case you want to let yourself in there. Nobody else is in there today. And the private room for you, sir, you're in 1A. All the rooms, if you follow around up past the stalls there, upstairs, you'll be able to find yourself in. Or I can walk up there if you'd like, but I feel that you're more than capable of going up a couple of stairs.
We got it. Faywin, watch your head.
Oh yes, please do watch your heads. We had someone have a quite a nasty little accident upstairs on the beam, so just keep an eye out on the top and the bottom of the stairs.
I hit my head on the beam at the bottom of the stairs.
Incredible.
I did warn you.
Yeah, my bad.
And the top of the stairs.
I then like crouch down, like I'm squatting,
Nice.
to try and avoid any beams.
Hey, you're nearly normal height now.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Perfect.
I mean, I don't really want to cut my legs off, but I mean,
I do. Nice. So you pay for your room. So those in the dorm, yeah, you find your way up, and there's not many rooms here. You get the private rooms as immediately you get up the stairs. You have the first floor numbered up, and then towards the back, there's 2 large dorm rooms, and you find the one that matches the key you've got there open up. And for both sets of rooms, they are fairly well kitted. Beds are slightly smaller than normal to fit the. They don't look out of place in the room because the room is also slightly small. But yeah, when you sit on them and go to like lay down, you're like, oh, you can notice they're a little bit smaller than would be for a 5/6 foot human being. But for those that are slightly smaller, you've got ample space. Nice feathered pillows.
The beds are perfect. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah. Feathered pillows, nice stuffed mattresses, clean linen. They smell nice and fresh and clean as well. Just feel like you've got a pretty nice little stay here.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm exhausted after today.
Yeah, I'm too, but I got this information out while I remember. They didn't say as much, but from what I can tell, they are working for the Coven. For the Covenant, whatever it is. And they want information on who we're working for.
wait, we're still working for them. All I remember
Well,
is,
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, all I remember is waking up and being in pain and waking up. Cheers, one man. Sorry.
They said
Cheers.
they'd say they'd pay as well for information, and maybe some work after that. So it's kind of like whatever you guys want to do.
I just want to say I did misspeak there. I meant cheers, ding dong.
Someone's getting
You're
older.
welcome.
Yeah, who knows?
So, you say they are linked to the Coven then?
Well, they didn't say as much. They said there are people with interests in the work they do, and that these people have fingers in the pies and all the pies. You know, and that sounds very much like the Coven to me.
That sounds just like the Coven.
Is it safe for you to tell us this, or are we going to get like stabbed in the back or in the brain like before?
No, I mean, I didn't say who I was working with, but they know I'm with people.
I mean, to be fair, we provided a great distraction, didn't we, Zaga?
Zaga's in his private room.
Yeah.
Oh, Zaga's not here.
It's like it's just like full derobed, just walking around naked in his king's suit.
But I know how you guys feel about Vex and that. You're not too keen on them, so this is maybe another avenue to explore. But it would, I guess, mean having to work with them still to get information.
I mean, as long as I'm paid, I'm alright.
Well, I mean, that's what I said. I said, you know, I would want that they pay as well for it. So.
And you guys haven't hurt me yet, so yeah, I'll just follow you guys.
I look uneasy.
And I mean, it's completely up to you guys, you know. If you don't want to do work for Vex or for these guys, then don't.
It just feels like I came for adventure, but I just feel like I can't trust anybody. Except you guys.
I was going to say, you can trust me. I'm really trustworthy.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much an adventure on already then, you know. That's the thing with adventures. It's you know, it's unknown and it's trust.
I look at Ron. What do you think?
I don't know. No. I mean, what I've heard of the Coven, it's not. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a lesser of two evils as to which one we pick, isn't it?
Well, it depends which one you want to piss off more, you know. It's whether you want the big guys, the Coven, being angry with us, or the other guys, or not be at all, you know.
I mean, I imagine we'll just piss everyone off. That's kind of what I do best. And then I sit down on one of the beds. I don't piss you guys off, right?
No, not at all.
I do a stretch and then
I stay silent.
Not going to go to sleep.
Noticeably so.
You know, I mean, I went to the Sand for information, and I'm looking for for money. I don't know about you guys and what your motivations are, but that's why I went for the job. It's something to think about anyway.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep.
Yeah, I could tell by the snoring.
Yeah. I was only going to do it a few times, so I wasn't going to keep doing it. Don't worry.
With the entrance to the inn, will there be like a cut-off point for getting back in or anything like that?
You could. What's the one you're in now?
Yeah.
You could ask. They probably would likely try to lock the doors at some point, but depending on what time you leave, there won't be a huge gap between them opening up in the morning for some stuff because it's an inn. But you could ask if you want to dip out, or you could try to sneak out.
Yeah, because I'm not feeling particularly tired, so.
Yeah, you could. You know, as you guys were coming in, you did notice that a lot of the rest of the bars and the inns were starting to kick out now. So by the time you guys have got in and got settled, the sound, if you were to open the windows to outside, the sound of the main square is a little bit of the footfall and chat of people that have been leaving inns and been kicked out. But there's no businesses or anything open this time. It's all coming to the quiet time in the main market square.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna head back downstairs.
Hey, Ron, where are you going?
I'm not particularly tired. I'm just gonna get a bit of fresh air. I think.
Please stay safe. First that meadow impersonating hag, and then Corin went with that creepy shadow, and if anything were to happen to you, I don't know what I'd do.
I'll be fine, don't worry.
Let out a really big sigh and sit in a corner.
Cool.
I've gone to sleep at this point.
Yep. So you'll settle down. You had your. It's up to you guys whether you want to take. You can take another long rest on top. Sleep for the full 8 hours. It's about midnight, just gone midnight, so you can sleep through to the morning, or you can take shorter rests. Those of you that I know the elves don't need the full sleep, but the rest of you could, if you want to, take short sleeps because you had a long rest early in the day. But yeah, I'll leave it up to you as to what time you want to get up and go. And I'm assuming Von Van, you want to go somewhere.
Yeah, I just want to kind of head out towards the I guess the duck pond sort of area.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere where it'd be I to get quite a clear sky sort of thing. What is it?
There's with where the port is, it's always going to be quite difficult to get a really good clear sky to see up. The further south you go, you're probably best going actually if you want to go for a super long walk down to Old Bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's outside of the city, just outside the city walls, south of only where the residential places are, and it's towards the border forest, so it's literally where civilization kind of ends and the forest takes over, bar the cities of the Wood Elves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I just basically want to head down there and kind of just work on like the research for a couple of hours or so. Just pull out the scroll, kind of taking down a few little notes, a few little drawings and stuff like that, just to do a bit of observing the skies.
Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, if you were to go down towards and kind of hang around, a lot of them saw and know of you from earlier, but also you're as a wood elf, you are not out of place walking around Aldridge. Nice. So yeah, you do a bit of research for the night. If no one has anything else in the nights, then you sleep through, wake up bright and early after sleeping for 16 hours over like a 24-hour period. And you hear a bit of a hustle and bustle downstairs. You hear the other dorm room, the door opens and people start moving out from the other door room. A few people down there. You hear a bit of chatter, a few plates clattering and stuff as breakfasts are being served downstairs in the main room of the Laughing Halfling Inn.
Get up and go down for breakfast.
Yep.
I'm gonna wake up when people start kind of moving around, and I get woken up a bit like when you're staying in a hostel room and people wake up at 6 a.m. when you've been drinking till 4 a.m. and you're like, ugh.
And because you're drinking till 4 a.m., they get up really loudly.
I would never know what that's like.
No, me neither. And I'm going to crawl out of bed when I kind of hear shuffling.
Nice. Yeah, you and individually when you head downstairs, you see that there's a spread put on. Merrin, who was the guy that greeted you last night, is there in the morning, chatting to a few of the tables that are there. You see, and there's a few tables of other halflings that sat around. A few others that you can see have packs and stuff that like travellers that have stayed the night. And he kind of dots himself between, always with a coffee pot in hand, serving, having a chat. There's a bit of laughter, and you see that there's a breakfast buffet all up there for you to go and serve yourself to.
May I just ask, is it better spread than the inn, the other one we were in?
Yes. This looks like a more established venue.
Any pain au chocolats knocking about? Or?
There probably are. There's a few pastries there. Yeah, you can probably find yourself a pain au chocolat.
I would like to pocket a few pastries, please.
Yeah, go for it. Yes.
Thank you.
And as he comes around, as you guys sit down to tables, and Miriam comes over, he's like, "Did you sleep well? Anyone? Teas, coffees, hot drinks, waters? How are we doing this morning?" I've forgotten exactly.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Corin.
No, that's sorry. I was just gonna say I had a grand night's sleep. It's I just like being back home.
We spent a lot of money making sure we had the right pillows and we get the right just to make it warm enough. Not too warm, not too cold. We always get good reviews from people that come back, and you know what? When people come once, they usually come round again and again.
I can see why. I'll take a tea, please.
Oh, lovely. So he fills you up with the hot water and then goes and gets the little the little round metal tea contraption with the loose leaves in, and plops them in the cup after as it starts to diffuse itself.
Fabian's holding her shoulder as she didn't get a very restful night's sleep. Or meditation, should I say.
I was like, I don't think I've ever had sweet food for breakfast. This is really dangerous.
Why dangerous, Sarta?
Wow, I mean, gotta watch your weight when you're as amazing as I am, as nimble and dexterous, and just really good at things.
We can go for a big walk after breakfast if you like.
Ooh, yeah, I like walking. Well, no, not really. Actually, I don't really like walking. I like the idea of walking.
At this point, Zaga will come down the stairs, humming a little tune to himself. Like,
Nice.
And will approach the barkeeper and say, "Hey, morning. Have you got any duck for breakfast?"
Duck for breakfast? No, we've not got any duck for breakfast. We have just the standard spread we have out normally for the morning guests. We don't have the chefs in till a little bit later. But duck for breakfast is a very strange one.
I like duck. I tried some the other day and it was very tasty.
Well, I'll bear that in mind for the evening menus. But no, for breakfast, unfortunately, what you've got there is what we have available. But we can do. Would you like a warm beverage? How did your warm milk and sugar go down?
It was very good. It was very good. Can I get a rum?
A rum for breakfast? Wow. I mean, whatever you like. That unfortunately isn't covered with the normal cost, so you'd have to pay for that. But I'm sure you're fine with that.
I mean, it should be covered, right? It's breakfast.
We don't tend to see many people start with a rum in the morning, but we got to keep ourselves going. So it will be 2 silver pieces for the rum. But
I tell you what, make it 1 silver since I'm already paying for breakfast.
Well, you've already paid for breakfast. You want 1 rum? Okay, roll a persuasion check.
That is, I believe, an 18.
18. He's like, okay, 1 rum coming up, 1 silver, and he kind of waits for the silver.
I hand over the 1 silver piece.
Lovely. He drops down his things and disappears off to get rum. Comes back, and then a little thin, almost like a really small teacup. He serves you the rum.
And I will take it and join the others. Mm-hmm. Hey, morning, y'all.
Morning, Zaga. Have you tried the eggs? They're delicious.
I haven't. Are they duck eggs?
I'm not sure. I didn't ask. I just had mine poached.
It seems a bit fancy.
I blush, forgetting that I'm not in the Commonwealth anymore.
Not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
So, do we know what we're doing? What's going on?
We're having breakfast, and then we have to go for a walk.
We don't have
burn off
to,
all the sweet
Arthur.
food.
You said that you wanted to burn off some calories, and I just suggested.
Can't I just do that by sleeping?
I'm not sure it works like that, but what do I know about
Stick
tieflings?
around the waist.
Where's Van? I didn't see him in the dome this morning. Oh, I might have just missed him. I don't know.
From what time would you have come back from your?
I don't know. I guess do you know what? I think I might have actually would have just stayed out. So I'll head back in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a dirty step out that boy.
What's your winky?
So I guess I'll come in through the front door.
Yeah.
Meet the rest of them.
Oh, there he is. What was you talking about, you there, Van? Where have you been?
I look fuming at this point.
Like a disapproving mother.
Yeah. Fuck for you.
Morning, Tin Man.
Tin Man?
I'm running out of things. I'll be honest.
I just got too engrossed into my research, just lost track of time. How's everyone this morning?
Grand. It was just like being back home, being here. You know.
They have sweet food for breakfast.
What's that research you're doing there?
It's just druid stuff, you know.
No, it's like French to me, that.
What's French?
Oh, it's a faraway mystical place. Sort of. It's in fairy tales.
Oh, cool. As I'm finishing my food, I remember that I haven't done anything cleric-y for a while, so I do a little yada yada yada. Thanks for the food.
Nice. My bones.
I roll my eyes.
So, yeah,
Do I see him do this?
It depends. I don't think are you covertly rolling your eyes, or you rolling your eyes at the table?
Oh, just rolling my eyes.
Yeah, so
not
you
trying to
probably
hide
do
it down.
I look at him and I give a big shit-eating grin. And then I swallow my food.
So yeah, you get a decent spread. There's pastries, toasts, jam, different assortments of breads, some nice like big freshly churned butter that's in a dish there that you can take as much out as you serve yourself. There's a few cold cut meats in there. Looks like a bit of pork, a bit of chicken in the morning. No black pudding, unfortunately. But yeah, enough for you to...
Any crumpets?
Yeah, there'll be some crumpets there. That'll be part of the bread selection.
Right.
With a little constant flame grill that you can sit there and toast any bread you want on there.
Is Fabian still eating her pan au chocolats?
No, she's pocketed 3 of them, and she's got a proper face on. She's furious. Not because of the pan au chocolate. She just looks pissed off.
What's up with you there, Fabian? You don't look too happy.
Not because of the pan au chocolats. They're delicious.
Never about the pan au chocolate. Nothing, Corin. Nothing.
It doesn't sound like nothing to me, but suit yourself.
I'm like Hermione Granger when she is late to all her classes, and she's all like ragey and stuff. That's the vibe.
Yep.
Oh my god, you so based this character on Hermione
Oh
Granger.
my god, 100%. Waiting for my Ron Weasley.
Spat my drink out.
Is that what happened in the end? Jesus.
Oh my god, spoiler.
Yeah, God.
Yeah.
So you
I've only read the first 5 books.
You'll get your breakfast needs. You can pocket a few different pastries if you like. They seem pretty given with the breakfast. And Marion pops around a few times to keep asking if you want fills up of teas or coffees or whatever else. They don't seem to they just want you to enjoy yourself while staying here at the Laughing Halfling.
I go over and look at the pan au chocolats, and I call Marion over and I say, "Hey, see this brown stuff in the pastry?
Yes.
This is what you're supposed to melt into the warm cow's milk."
Oh, okay. Warm, melt it into the cow's milk.
Yeah, like you can take that tip from me as long as you don't charge me for any of them.
Well, I shall get the guys to try one up, and we'll see what they come out like. Warm it into the milk.
It's a delicacy back home. It's really good before you go to sleep.
Okay. No, thank you for that, and we'll give it a try, and maybe next time you're here, you can have one. What's your name?
I'm Zaga.
Zaga, nice to meet you. Well, let's see if we can get one made up. We may even put your name on it.
Yeah, sounds good.
He goes off into the kitchen like, milk? Melt it into the milk.
I'm hot, Zaga.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So, what do people want to do today? What's the plan?
You have...
Well, what happened at your meeting last night?
Well, let's just say that the people want information about who we're working for already.
Oh, we got plenty of information.
But this is what I'm saying. It's a conflict of interest, as it depends what people want to do with it. Whether you want to work for both, or you want to choose one and decide or the other.
I say fuck them. They made my brain hurt.
I mean, for me myself, I'm quite happy to play both sides and get the money for both, But it's whatever everybody else feels like doing.
I feel like that's a very dangerous game to play.
I mean, it is, but I mean, I guess if you want to work for this group, that's what they're kind of asking for us. So at least initially, that's what I want information on this group. So it's It's what people have wanted to do. I mean, like I said last night, you guys didn't seem too happy with Vex in that operation, so maybe we just don't do work Friday and find something else. But
I mean, if we want to sell information, we can sell them Vex's name, her boss's name that I can't quite remember right now. We can sell them the information about the beer port where, they were looking at the warehouse and they sent some people there to clear it out and maybe killed a couple of evil dwarf bastards, and that they know there's some kind of shipment coming in.
I mean, I'm sure that's information I'll want and information I'll pay for, Zaga. But like I said, it will affect all of us if we do that. If there's any comeback from Vex, it will affect all of us. Which is why I've not said anything straight away. I said we'll talk it out.
I think if we're gonna sell the information, we're best off not going back to Vex because, her boss made my brain hurt, and Faywin was talking about hearing her voice in her head.
Well, put it this way: if we don't sell the information, would people go back to Vex and work? That's what we need to ask. By the sounds of it, Zaga, it doesn't sound like you want to do that anyway.
I turn and look at Arthur because his brain was made to hurt as well.
My brain hurts. Most of the time. Is that the question? I just want money. Just pay me.
Sigh.
That guy, I know you like money. Arthur likes money. I like money. But the Baywin and Van, I don't know what the motivations are here. So it's kind of what they want to do, I guess.
What do you think, Faywin?
Pardon, hello. In Elvish means prick.
I did look back very shocked as to why I'm being called a prick.
I know. It's just I don't understand what's being said, but I understand Faywin's face and with the look and the words she said to one. I was like, uh-oh. And I said to Zagra, I think we best make ourselves scarce a bit, leave these two to it.
I turn to Bonbon and say, "Hey, Bonbon, looks like you're in trouble."
And I got to go outside the front of the inn and light up my pipe.
I get up to follow Corin, but before I do, I say, maybe if she went to the hairdresser, she'd be in a bit of a better mood.
I glare at Zago.
I can build an inn battle map pretty quickly if you guys just want to throw down.
I am so ready.
So you know the bus that's already hitting me after Zaga leaves the room. It's now going back and forwards over me, right?
I say in Dwarvish, are we fighting now? Is that what's happening?
So in Elvish, I say to Von, I told you to come back yesterday after what happened with Meadow and the hag, and then Corin disappearing into a fucking wall. This is all in Elvish, so it sounds a lot classier than me. And then you went out and you said that you'd be safe and you'd be back, and then I wake up from meditation and you're not there? I thought something happened to you, and then you just swan in to breakfast this morning like nothing had happened.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry. You don't understand what happens. People come into my life and they disappear. We went to find my friend yesterday. We didn't find her. We don't know where she is. This happened to my brother before her, and now this. I don't even want to speak to you, Ron. And then I stand up and I swing my beautiful silver locks that don't have a single split end. And I walk out of the room.
Nice.
Are you walking outside to join Corin and I?
Yeah, please.
I kind of just stay sat at the table, not really knowing what to do.
I sit next to him at the table. Like, that was fun. Is it your turn to do dishes, or what did I miss?
Fuck off, Arthur.
I say back in Dwarvish. God, someone's got to stand up there, arsehole. And I leave.
It's like the worst person to be left with after that. It's like just turning and seeing his little smug red face looking back at you. Perfecto. So you leave the laughing halfling?
Well, 3 of us are outside.
Vaughn, as you are sat Arthur, you said you got up and left as well, right?
Yeah, I left as well.
Yes, as you get up and leave.
And then I turn round, as I'm leaving, I turn around and give him a big thumbs up and a smile.
As you're left, just a bit like, what the fuck happened? But as you look around, there's a few tables where everyone's kind of just staring at you, but they just stop their breakfast, and Merrin's kind of looking at you, like, little sideways glance, like a bit of like, are you okay? And what the hell is going on? Sort of look in his face.
I kind of look up at him and sigh and another shot of rum, please.
You can. It looks like you need it on the house. And he pours one out into a little teacup, pours over to you. It's like a half a shot. He's a little stingy.
Thank you.
But I would say have a good day and come back, but maybe just have an okay day.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to get out today.
Hey, he dots back to trying to get people to stop staring at you. So you're outside the Laughing Halfling. You have many options available. It's bright early in the morning. You would have only, I imagine, slept through to about 7ish. Sun starts coming up. Still cold January morn as another day passes.
Is there a blacksmith?
There are blacksmiths, yeah. Yeah, and at this time, as you are outside, you notice that people are starting to move around. At this time, it's people off to work, finishing breakfast, starting to thing up. You hear some of the shops opening, some of the bellows of the blacksmiths starting to heat up. There's like it is a working town, especially this area. They have all of the workings going on here. There's always a bit of smoke and crap coming from the beer port. But yeah, this morning you hear the bellows and the fires start going up on the forges of the blacksmiths as they kick and throw out the soot of the day before into the streets.
Okay, I turn to whoever else is outside. I'm like, hey guys, I want to go see the blacksmith. I don't know what you guys are up to. If you don't want to tag along, I can meet you somewhere afterwards.
I'll come with.
Yeah, I'll come with you, Zach. It'll be good to know where it is.
Want anything, but I'm really good at window shopping. It's like one of my secret skills.
Does that mean you're good at looking at things?
Yeah, that's what I said, window shopping.
Awesome.
I'll follow along. I could do with getting some health potions. I'll see if there's a shop.
Does that mean Bonbon's not allowed to join us?
Don't worry about that, Saga.
I turn around and look at Bonbon and raise my eyebrows. Do I have eyebrows? Raise my eyelids.
Yeah.
Yeah, little blue eyebrows.
I don't think he would have eyebrows, no. But you have like
No, he has little scaly eyebrows.
like that.
I mean,
the parts of your skin that
where
are
the
like
eyebrows
thicker.
would be, I raise them like something would with eyebrows.
Where
Like in
your-
Bear in the Big Blue House when he moves his entire eyebrow.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what even is that?
Yeah, the kobold. So where your skin is like thicker, so your like elbows and your knees, knuckles, probably eyebrows, we'll say, is where that you have slight more of the kind of like rusty copper color.
It's more like a ridge, I guess.
So
Okay,
you'd
I
be able to
raise
see-
my eye ridges.
Yeah, you'd be able to see he was raising his eyebrows. It would just look weird. He has no expression on his face because he has no eyebrows.
So, after the blacksmiths, let's go.
We're off to see the blacksmith, the wonderful blacksmith of
Redvant.
Stick to your day job.
Yeah. So as you are walking through, you roll a. Are you going to ask, or are you going to just try and find one?
No, Zaga does not ask directions.
Nice.
I'm going to use my power of window shopping to try and find one.
Smell and shopping. Right.
I want to look up like notices of work or jobs going.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, roll
just a couple.
roll like a perception check for just like a general feel for the thing. It's like a roll of perception
Dirty
check
20.
just for... Oh, nice. For blacksmiths, yeah?
I'm rolling a perception for blacksmiths, am I?
Yeah. Arthur's
I was
gonna see
kind of
this.
thinking just, follow the sound of the bellows, but yeah, I'll roll.
There's a few, but I just want to see what you find.
Mine's 14 for looking for work or anything.
Yeah, cool. We'll come back to you.
I have wasted a nat 20.
No, you know exactly what's going on. So yeah, you follow the sounds of and the kind of wafting soot that's in the air round to. There's like off the market down one of the alleyways. There's a small kind of like cul-de-sac, and they have all of the blacksmiths seem to be around there. You can see as you walk down the street, like it just gets the walls and the floor just become more and more dark and black, and you get the soot feeling under your foot as you get closer. As you hear there's smashing and stuff. Some of the like tools are starting to get warmed up and the fire's going. There are 3 blacksmiths there. There is one called
Look at all this soot.
Chilver's Blades, one called the Sphinx Armor and Shields, and a Kurder's Arsenal. Kurder's Arsenal is the largest of the blacksmith, but looks a little bit more generalist. It has, you can see where it has kind of like a stable, almost like a part stable side, like a car garage, where you can pop horses or hippogriffs or any animals in there for them to be re-chewed and whatever else is required. So that one looks a bit more generalist, but the other one's called Blades, one's called Armor and Shields. So.
I will start with the big one.
The big one, cool. So yeah, you go into Kurder's Arsenal.
I'm looking around. What do I see inside the shop?
That's a great question. Come on, Google, load up. You find so it's all very nicely carved and polished stone. Looks like a bit of money goes through here, and there's one big central hearth with where you can see the fire is just starting to glow in there. You can't see at first glance. You don't see anyone. You see like the horseshoes that are hanging on like rails across the top. Down the sides, you can see that they've got some leather work there that look like saddles and bits with some of the stirrups and bits that are missing. And you can see there's like different stages of work going on there. And then as you kind of walk in, trying to get a glance around, you feel the air kind of blow in your face as from the far side of that fire pit, you see the bellows push down, the fire roars up, and you get kind of popped in the face with a bit of warm smoke and soot as it hits you, as someone must be the far side of that.
Oh, wow, it's like talking to a dragon. It's like being back home.
So yeah, as you walk around, there's someone, and what you see is a like a young, fairly young for dwarfs, has a slight stubble around her face, quite broad, stocky woman, covered in like wrapped up, almost like a weightlifter. If you imagine like tight clothes round like a top. Her arms are out. She's got big old guns, like a leather strap around her waist. She's got pockets all the way down her trousers and sides. She's there just on the thing. She's pulling out. She doesn't see it at all. She's doing it.
Zaga loses the smile on his face when he sees the dwarf.
Yes. Are you?
But he's here. He's looking for something. So he shouts, "Hey!" Is everyone else in this store, or are you looking in other stores, or I don't know?
I'm inside and I'm window shopping, and I also see the dwarf. And I am window shopping.
Nice. Yeah.
I've stepped in as well. My mouth's kind of open, looking at this person.
Yeah. So, well, from the main, so you like as I kind of moves around the side. So as you step in, you all kind of step in quickly once you realise that the bellows are kind of blowing out the front door to get out of the way, and you just kind of catch the sides of this small dwarf just going at this bellows like full over her head, pulling down. And as you shout, she doesn't hear you the first time, just carries on. And as she then stops, as you like, almost to the point where you're like, are you being rude? Did I hear? Not here? She stops to look out and then catches your eye. She's like, fucking hell, you scared the shit out of me. What are you doing in here this early?
Trying to spend some money if you got the stuff I need.
Fuck me. You can't just walk into a fucking gun shop. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you're open and the door's open, so I don't see why not.
The door's fucking open because the bellow's going. Fuck. What do you want?
I want something that, shit, I had a run-in with what I think was a hag, and, it hurt me quite a bit. I need something to protect myself.
Well, what you fucking want? I don't know. I'm not a fucking mind reader.
I need some kind of armor. Have you got anything light?
Oh. Armor. What sort of armor?
Well, something light that I can move around in, and obviously small because I'm not one of these big motherfuckers like this red guy here. Have you got anything in leather? I feel like leather suits me.
Leather suits you, does it? I feel like I can do your saddle. You want a saddle?
What am I gonna do with a saddle?
Well, I don't know. I don't fucking make armor, do I? There's a fucking blacksmith over there who makes armor. I don't do armor.
You don't do... Wow, what a waste of time. Okay, well, fuck you, dwarf.
Whoa. Typical fucking dragons.
With that, I stomp out of the dwarf's shop.
I open the door for Zago and kind of just hold it just to get him out of the building.
Actually, she kind of like peeks around the corner, and you just see this bright emerald green eyes staring at her face covered in soot. A little bit just checks you guys are gone, goes back to pulling down on the bellows.
I turn to Von and just say, I think there's something in the water today. No, we're going crazy.
I'm still in the shop.
I didn't realise I was with the group, to be honest.
I'm still wondering what I was going to do with the saddle. Was I going to put it on Arta?
I thought you meant that you stick it on you so somebody could ride it, dragon.
Saddle him up to ridden.
While everyone, can I check that everyone's gone?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Well, I'm assuming they're all going out into the.
I've left the shop. I don't know what the others have done.
Okay, I'm going to go stand near the kind of counter, and I'll say in Dwarvish, hello.
You she's so it left the counter back to where she was on the thing, and she kind of hears you as she releases it. She just looks at you strangely and replies back, "What did you say?" In Dwarvish.
How are you? How goes it?
Where the fuck did you learn to speak Dwarvish?
I mean, that's my own story, and that's not one I'm going to share right now.
Well, is there many tieflings walking around here talking Dwarvish?
Is there much of a dwarven contingent in this town?
There's a bit. We work the docks. A lot of the guys work the docks. I mean, we're strong, but not many have left the clan. So, there's a few of us about.
Okay, thank you. And as I leave, I kind of say a little prayer under my breath and say, Mathamordun, as I leave.
Under your breath, yeah?
Yep, and just walk out normally.
And as you're walking out normally, you kind of just hear a chuckling sound. Tieflings speaking Dwarvish. She goes back to the...
As I open the door, I'm like, oh, well, that was fun.
Apparently I went into the wrong place. I need the armor next door.
Well, you didn't trust my window shopping eyes.
I should have asked. My bad.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you even know where he, they, all pointing?
Yeah, so you can see him as they come out, and as you come out of the shop, all kind of in your different hurried ways, you see there's an older female, probably mid to late 40s human, just lent up against the side of her, kind of open. And these blacksmiths, they're not necessarily like shops that you walk into. They're like almost barns that have got the bits in. They want a lot of airflow to get in and get out, so they all look very similar. They must have some ways of locking up all the bits, but no one's going to go in there and try and steal the freaking what it's called, the big thing that the fire comes in. And she just sat there laughing. She goes, "Well, I see somebody pissed off Curda this morning."
Nah, who cares? It's only a dwarf.
Well, she's... I mean, don't get her in the morning when she's getting the forge going. She gets real pissy. But that was quite fun to watch. Can I help you at all? I'm assuming you're here to try and buy something, not just to piss off Curda.
Well, that made my morning personally, but yeah, I'm looking for some armor, something maybe light, something leather. Or I had a run-in with we had a run-in with a hag, and I got quite badly damaged, and we're trying to avoid that next time.
He wants a saddle.
I
don't know why.
A saddle.
Well, Curtis can do you a saddle, I'll tell you that, babe. Armors? Yes, we can look at you some armor. Leather armor? I mean, you are a slight
Arseless chaps.
fella. Arseless chaps. Well, this is different kind of protection. We can do you 2 types. You can do the standard leather. We've got some stuff for you. That's on the cheaper range. It depends on your budget. We can do something a little stronger, reinforced slightly with a few studs, if that's your taking. If you want to be a little...
Well, what are the prices? What are we looking at? Obviously, I get it cheaper than Big Red here would, because it's only half the material.
Well, all of our level... You'd say that, but actually, kitting out someone of your stature isn't something we do all the time, so we'd have to cut back on some of the goods we've already made. But we can discuss price, don't worry about that. Standard leather's going to cost you around 10 gold pieces. Studded, it's going to add a little bit more to get the metal going, about 40, 45 gold.
Okay. We can definitely talk about some studded leather.
Oh.
What have you got?
Well, I mean, the world is your oyster. You can take something off the shelf, just the basic protection around the shoulders. You can give us something to work on. We're going to be amending the leather anyway. And give me a project, maybe.
Well, how long will it take to manufacture something for me?
It will depend. If you're going to take something quick, we can probably do it in about half a day. If you want something a little bit more bespoke, maybe a day. It's not a huge amount.
Okay. Well, I want the full protection if we can get it. Obviously, there'll need to be a hole for my tail because it needs to, swing freely.
So we would normally concentrate on the upper half. You want us to make you some leather pants as well?
I don't know.
I told you, arseless chaps.
We can do some, as your friend says, they would help with the tail.
Well, what's the upper body going to cost me for some bespoke studded leather?
That's what the price was for, 45.
45. And what about like do you think you could make a helmet for me?
A helmet? A leather helmet?
It needs to be light.
We can...
I'm not that strong, so I can't have anything heavy.
Yeah. We can look at adding something to the leather armor if you'd like. Helmet, maybe not so much. It's not really going to add any... Leather doesn't really work for the head.
Okay. Okay, so the upper body, the studded leather, that sounds good. It's going to take a day. About the price, though. I was thinking somewhere around maybe 30 gold pieces.
Oh, you want to quibble with the price of safety? Interesting. Well, I mean, the price comes down, the safety might come down. Who knows how long something like that would last if you try and haggle too much.
Well, there's always a bit of wiggle room in these prices. You know that, and I know that.
And that's what you want in a lovely set of armor to protect you from the hags, is a little bit of wiggle room. Just that little gap, maybe, that could have cost an extra 15 gold, and now it's not there, and oh no, you've got hit.
Well, work with me. Make me an offer back.
How about 45 gold pieces?
I don't know. I don't think there's much wiggle room there. Maybe 40.
40?
Like I say, I'm obviously half the size. You're saving on the materials.
What am I going to do with the rest of the materials? What? The bottom
I don't know. Maybe my friend here wants something as well. The two of us equal one big guy.
Looks at Corin like.
I'm alright for armor. I've got some. I got that.
Roll a persuasion check.
It is rolling slowly. Is there a D&D
Slowly.
That is a 10.
A 10. How about work with me? 45 gold pieces, and we'll use that extra material to give you a cool hood that you can pull up. Kind of does what you want it to do with the helmet. Looks very cool for a kobold strutting around town. Can be worn in and out of battle. And that way, I use all the material. I get the 45 gold, and you get a bespoke piece of armor.
How much extra to throw in some boots?
For you, I'll throw in some boots of 45.
Let's do it.
Nice. Any particular for flavor, color of leather that you'd like?
Well, what goes well with blue? Bluey silver.
Orange.
Not orange.
Well, we have all the ranges from the deepest blacks all the way through to light browns. We can do a little dye if you'd like, but sometimes that can take a little longer. But
no, I think we'll go black. What do you think, Faywin?
I think you'd look good in any colour, Zaga.
We'll go with black.
Black, it is perfect. And she pulls out what can only be described as the George Michael Faith jacket. Just because that's what I saw in my head when you said you wanted studded leather armor. She's like, okay, we've got the black, and right, so this, shouldn't be too much. The boots as well. Give us the day. Maybe come back at the end of the working day. We might just have it done for you. I mean, a little money up front will definitely help expedite the order, shall we say? Those that pay first get served first.
How much protection do you think this will give me if I'm out there and a hag tries to electrocute me or something?
Well, it's like if I had to put it on the doctor scale of an AC plus dex, it would probably be like a 12 plus dex.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. How much down? I can do 33%, but let's pay a third right now.
You give us a third right now, and we will go to work straight away for you.
Yeah, I hand over 15 gold.
Nice. And your name, sir?
My name is Zaga.
Zaga. We will make sure that we have that detailed on the inside. A nice little touch you get here from the Sphinx's arm. And we'll see you back this evening or early tomorrow morning. Up to you.
We'll see. We'll see how busy we are. Does anyone else need anything?
How much for some leather boots? Just...
I could do with a new pair as well, actually.
Wow, that's gonna... We have some boots, do you know, to ready to go
Shoe
off
shopping.
the shelf. Yeah.
Yeah.
She takes you in, and there's like...
Oh, this will cheer Faywin up.
There's an array of different style leather boots all set out already. They're all quite high, and she introduces herself. Her name is Arben, A-B-E-N. And she says that they leave them high to cut to your length. So cut to either if you want knee height or you want further down. But yeah, get different styles. So you've got like your standard big round safety boots. You've got the more like traditional riding boots. There's a couple of almost like winkle picker cowboy style ones with a bit of detailing on, which she tells us is a little bit more expensive.
Oh, I love those ones. And I point to the ones with the detailing.
Nice. They are
That's
personal
true.
favourite. The design is my design on these ones. You won't find
No,
them anywhere
I
else.
love them.
Well, I've got an eye for some of the design. It's not all just shields and armour, but we like to add a little bit of flair to everything we find. I want you guys to look your best, and if anybody asks, Sphinxes is where they'll come. But yes, those ones, because of the design, cost a little bit more.
How much are they?
So your standard boot's going to cost you about a gold piece. The detailing will take you up to 3, but I might be able to do you a deal.
Oh, that sounds good.
How many
Hey,
boots across the
Do you
board
have
is
any?
everything?
Sorry to interrupt you, Arben. Do you have any with blue detail stitching? Just I've got this beautiful cloak, and I'd love for it to match.
We could add a little bit of blue if you'd like. Maybe a name, maybe a family motto. Do you have something you prefer? We can add a little to what's already there.
I would love FO for my
Fuck off?
initials.
Oh.
You think I named her that for nothing?
Oh my god! That's easy enough to do. We can do that whilst you wait if you want to put the time back. Is anybody else going in for any boots whilst we're here?
Corin, you should get some. We could match.
No, I'm just a standard boots, but I am tempted with the thigh high option.
I was going to say the same thing. Do you think I could pull them off? I think I've got the legs for it.
Well, they probably look better than you do, me.
Just thinking, yeah, nah. Just like get some stripper boots, hot
these
pants.
are of very good quality. I wouldn't call them stripper boots, per se.
Do you want us to match Faywin? Is that what you're asking?
I just think it would be quite cute.
Says Kinsey.
Will it cheer you up a bit?
No, Faywin. I mean, I'm not sad, Corin. I'm just quite.
You seemed a bit sad today, well, angry. You know, would it make you in a better mood anyway?
I think it would be cool. You know, we're all kind of a group of friends now, and you know, we could all match shoes. I'm sort of like picking up all the different shoes.
And
yay!
Nice. So a pair of. Where are we going?
not thigh high. No,
not thigh high. We can take them down to nice,
just below the knee for myself.
Just below knee, a nice little calf boot. Make sure it's wide enough for your halfling thick calves. I know they mentioned.
I've got calves for days.
Yes. No, we have. We've served a few halflings in our time. I know the measurements. Any particular detailing you would like as well, or happy with the standard?
I wouldn't mind, my initials, but could you do like a dagger style as well? Let's do dagger.
We can do a dagger. Well, yeah.
Oh, that would look lovely, Corin.
Perfect. That will be 3 gold as well, but with the 2 lots of detailing, we can do 5 for both. Was there any other boots going for anybody else? I noticed you, sir, said you would like some thigh high.
No, I'm just window shopping.
Window shopping.
It's my.
Do you a heal as well if you'd like? If you
Secret skill.
No, okay.
It's not very secret. I keep telling everyone about it, but I'm really good at it.
So yeah, she says 5 gold because you're doing both, and then she'll go and do the detailing for that.
At this point, I want to turn around and look at Bonbon. Hey, Bonbon, are you gonna get some matching boots with your initials?
I just don't really say anything. I'm just still kind of just like, just kind of talking along with the group, but kind of sitting back a bit further, just staying silent.
Avoiding Faywin's wrath.
Yeah.
Just like, I hope the boots help.
Hey, Zaga, did you want to get some boots?
Well, the lady said she was throwing the boots in with my order, so...
Are you going to get some detailing?
No, mine will be pretty basic because she'll charge me extra for the detailing, and I'm already paying a lot of money here.
So I look at Arvin and I say...
As you hear them, because she's on the sewing machine already go through it, she shouts out, "That's correct, you know me well, Zaga."
So I look over to her and I say, if you could add his initials, I'll pay the difference. The shoes are on me.
Wow. So she comes back and she does a good job, like very swift as well with the design, the very intricate design work that's on the boots, and I'll let you guys flavour whatever design you would like on there. But yes, lots of symmetrical pattern shapes that she has, and then round like the edges of one, she has the FO that kind of curves round with the design. And for Corin, for yours, the dagger, she has it kind of slicing through one of the designs with your initials right towards the end of the blade, almost like blood dripping off the end.
Oh.
And then she comes
That's
back
grand.
for Zaga. Would you like initially on the outside of the boot, or we can do something maybe on the tag at the back? I'm assuming that she's showing you like ankle high, decent like workman boots. Maybe for you, slightly higher than ankle. Or do you want some like tie up?
Can you put like 3 stripes on each side?
3 stripes, easy enough to do, of course. Any particular colour?
Adidas boots.
White. Nice.
Sorry, what were you saying?
In any particular colour?
Well, the boots are black, right? So I guess white.
White can be done. So yeah, you show her the detail on the boot that she's got there. She goes off and fires away as you guys are there. And she'll be like, throw an extra gold in for the detailing then.
So looking at the the tally of how much I owe you, Arbin. How much is it now?
6 gold pieces. Actually, she would shout, 6 gold pieces! As she's like on the trying to get these Adidas lines done into these boots.
This woman loves taking money off people.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that maybe we could go to 5, seeing as we've got, we're going to keep you busy?
Well, I mean, if you remember, and she stops the machine, we were at 5, and then you said you'd pay for the detailing, and now I've started the detailing, and now you're trying to change the price. Doesn't seem very, fair, does it? I thought we had agreed.
Faywin's a wimp, so she just agrees to the 6.
6?
Yeah.
6. And then you hear that, as the machine gets going again, goes through. It doesn't take a long time.
So, we'll be back later for the armor, right?
Yeah. So yeah, she finishes off the lines, passes you your. Oh, it depends. If you want to take your boots, you can have your boots now, or you can have them with the armor later.
I'll take mine with the armor.
Cool.
I don't need to stay for the detailing on this.
It's quicker. So yeah, the two of you with your detail boots get him, and she says she'll work on your armor and your your striped boots for later. Takes the and as she takes the gold from you, Fabian, you see her like each piece out, check forward, back, check, and she like inspects every piece of currency that she's got there, pockets it in a little pouch on her side, and says, "Well, lovely bit of morning business, and you pissed off Cody this morning, so we've all having a great day. And remember, if you need anything else, you know exactly where I am, and Zaga, we will see you later."
No problem. See you later. And exit this Barney.
Before we leave,
Yep.
I turn around and say, "Do you know I could get a hat with a feather in it? I want a hat with a feather in it."
That's not really my kind of bag. There's
Wouldn't it look a bit silly on top of your horn there?
you get the right tailor, they'll be able to sort it out.
Well, I guess you can have them poking through, I guess.
No, not really from here. You'll have to try one of the traders, or one of the possibly there's a few tailors that kind of work around that you could try and find. No specific hat makers, unfortunately. But maybe there's a gap in the market.
Oh, well, we've got plenty of time. We can look around and see if we can find someone to make you a hat.
My headset died. Where was the hat?
Dan died. No,
We've got to go for a tailor.
Yeah,
Go find a
you
tailor.
have to try and find a tailor. She said
I wanna
there's
go
no
find a tailor.
specific, like actual.
Thank you very much.
That's the art of sulking.
Yeah.
As we're leaving this place,
Yep.
I look at the weapon place. I'm like, does anyone need anything stabby? I got myself a rapier off those Alps, so I'm good, but I don't know about you guys.
I mean, I've already got my sword. That'll do for now.
More
mean,
a crusher than a stabber.
I'm hoping we won't get in too many more fights, but I have my bow. I could do with some potions, though.
Can you afford potions?
Potions last time.
I clutch my coin purse. I think I'll have enough. And I did buy one potion last time, but with the hag, I did give it to Arta, so I'd like to.
Yes, I know. I owe you. I owe Dim Bam Bong. I owe. What else do I owe? Corin. I owe Corin for breakfast. Or...
You don't owe me anything, Arta. That was on me.
No. And Arta always pays his debts. Or something.
Seriously, don't worry about it. That was on me. And
Cool.
thank you for the boots, Fairwin.
My pleasure. And I've put them on at this point, and I'm sort of looking at them, absolutely delighted.
New boot goofing.
Yup.
Down payments.
Looks like I've never been pissed
We'll
off.
take a mental picture of that together.
Yeah. Maybe we can find someone to do our portrait.
Like one of your
Caricaturists
French
were born.
Maybe someone could do that on like a ChatGPT thing. I don't know.
Maybe you can find one.
Where did you get the potion from before? Was it that snooty magic shop?
Audrey's
Oddities, was it?
Oddities, that's the one.
Is that where we're going back to?
Yeah, we might as well.
Unless there's anywhere else that does potions, I don't know.
It was the... I can't remember his name now. Oddities is where you got the berries, wasn't it?
Edmund's Arcana.
Yeah, that's the one.
Can I look around and see if there's any others around? Will the price be the same or will it be different, do you think?
No,
They do think like you make it.
you know that potions aren't they're not the easiest traded things. So yeah, the magic shop and the trader are the best places to go for these things. Magic shops are fairly rare.
Okay. I think I'll just go back to the same place. And I'm not going to try and haggle, I'm just going to pay the price. Because it worked really well last time. I don't want him to get
Always try and haggle.
Oh, I hate it, Zaga. I hate asking for money off. I just feel so awkward.
I'll get Zaga to do it for you. He did a good job with my berries. He's a natural, you know, I don't know, salesman, maybe not the right word, but he's a natural haggler.
I mean, you gotta haggle. They always buy low and sell high. You know, there's wiggle room in there.
Oh, I'm just not comfortable wiggling.
That's what she said.
Will you come with me? Jesus Christ.
I'll come with you because there's something I want to get a price on as well. So we'll take a wander over.
Okay.
Otter, are you coming or are you looking for a tailor?
That can wait. Corin took ridiculed my thought process. So,
I wasn't ridiculing. I was just wondering how to sit on your head with your horns out.
That's fine. I'll follow you guys.
Nice.
Is Bonbon still with us or is he still in the doghouse?
Just walking like 5 steps behind.
I'm still here. I'll wait outside this one.
Yeah, it's not. Edmund's Arcana wasn't a very big shop, and it was down one of the.
You possibly take a pee break before we get there.
Yeah, we take a pee break if you want to take one now before we get there.
I'm liking today's episode. The gang goes shopping.
There's always shopping episodes. At some point, everyone's like, "We've got enough money. We should probably spend it," or "I really need this thing, so let's go." Sweet. So yeah, you head over to Edmund's Arcana. You know where it is? It's in the market quarter, just like off one of the a different side street to the one that the blacksmiths were down. Doesn't take long to get there. And yeah, it's a single-story stone building. Around the outside of the door frame, there's like what looks like runes carved into it to indicate that it is a magic shop. And as you open the door, a little bell dings, and as it does, Edmund himself pops up from behind the counter, and if you again, it's a full-size counter with a halfling stood at it. So he has like a little ramp that he stands on behind the counter to make sure he's up at the same height, well, close to the same height as someone that's about 5'8", 5'9".
Hello.
Oh, welcome back. How are we? Good to see returning customers.
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, very well. I mean, it's been only a few days, but you know, time passes quickly, and stock changes hands, and customers come back with money to spend. So good to see you so early in the morning. We've only just opened.
Yes, well, I came in a few days ago, as you know, and I got a healing potion, but unfortunately we've had to use it already, so I was just looking to stock back up. And I also wanted to see if you had anything new that's come in the last couple of days.
We have had a few things come in, but if I do remember, budget was a little bit of a problem last time.
Well, I'd still be interested in knowing what you've got.
Okay. We have, well, let's see. We do have still the one potion that was left from last time. We have a few on the lower end of the spec. A few feather tokens or a few dusts that can do a multitude of different things, but they're sitting around the 200 to 500 gold piece bracket. And as he says, he kind of stares at your eyes.
I take a little step back.
Sorry, go on, Farron.
No, go on, Cor.
Do you have any alchemist sets?
Alchemist sets? Ooh.
And how much would they be? I'm expecting quite a high price, but...
Yes, we haven't had one through, but they're not so rare. We could maybe... Something I could definitely look at getting in for you, but I don't have something right now.
Any idea how much it would be? Or?
Not until I get the latest prices. Is there someone we could send an envoy to, message to alert you of our new stock coming in? We do a wonderful
we're kind of in between places. I'll come and check back in a couple of days.
Check back in a couple of days, and I'll see what I can find. The only other place I could suggest is obviously a trader, but again, an alchemist set is a little niche and normally come made to measure. What alchemy exactly are you interested in?
Not 100% sure right now. It's just something, a bit of a hobby I might try and get into.
Okay, no, that's okay. A generalist's set. Yes. Okay. No, that's good. Let me see what I can find, and check back in a few days. Yeah, if we can't send out, if you have a more permanent residence, we can definitely send out envoy to let you know when it's in. But yes, otherwise pop back. But healing potions. This is what you are looking for.
Yes. I don't suppose as a returning customer I could get it for any cheaper. I think last time we were looking at 50 gold.
We were looking at 50 gold. Now this is the last potion of healing that I have, and it seems that you're going through them at quite the rate. So I'd be a little bit less inclined. It seems like you need it more than maybe you're hanging on to. Use the healing potion in 2 days. I mean, feels like maybe 50 gold is a good price for one.
I look very disappointed. And I turn to Corin. And I'm like, where did you get those berries from, Corin? In front of the guy.
Well, I got some down at the temple, and I got some from the oddities trainer.
Yeah, I think I might go down to oddities instead.
Well, I mean, it's like a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes.
I sort of make eye contact.
Yeah, he hears, kind of turns away. Well, you pay for what you get, but yes, if you want a good berry rather than a full potion, then go ahead. I'm sure someone will come along to snatch up this last potion of healing, and then what will happen when there's none left?
I've got a furrowed brow, because I thought that would work after watching Zaga.
Am I in the shop? Did I come in the shop?
It's up to you whether you want to go with them or not, I suppose.
I guess I was in the shop. I pipe up and I say, well, you'd think maybe you'd do a little bit of a better price, seeing as if it works and if we're going through them, we're going to keep coming back. Obviously, you can locate more stock and we'll keep coming.
Yes, but every time you come back, you're going to ask for a discount, and it doesn't really feel like it's much in it for me in this part of the bargain, does it? Where if you say to pay the normal price, I may be more inclined to buy more supply. It's a wonderful little thing in business called supply and demand. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but I have the supply, you have the demand. So it's kind of the price is set. But if you guys take this potion for the price it has, and you come back and you want more when the stock is replenished, then we can do bulk deals, I'm sure. But at the moment, unfortunately, you have just bought one potion for me. If I remember, there was a little bit of a haggle that time as well.
God, I hate this geezer.
Yeah, magic's
Such a prick, man.
magic is real.
I'm assuming you said that in Elvish.
Mentally, it's just in my head. Well, I suppose, like Zaga says, we are likely to keep coming back to you. And
well, that's perfect. This is what we want to hear. A nice bit of business continuing forward. So when stocks are back, come by, and if you want to buy in bulk, I am more than happy to discuss discounts for returning customers. But 2 visits is not exactly...
Okay. I'll just go for the last bottle then, and if you could order some in, that would be great.
Wow, that's perfect. And goes down, gets the box now been dusted after last time, and it was a little bit just takes out the last potion and places it inside. He's like, that's 50 gold pieces.
I reluctantly give him 50 gold pieces.
Faywin's never going to make any money.
Never.
Counts them out. Yeah, it's like, thank you very much. Lovely doing business with you all again. It's good to see you. Here's your potion. And sir, if you'd like to come back, we can definitely look into the supplies and the alchemy set for you. Definitely, we'll see what we can do in terms of ordering a full set of supplies in for you, if that's what you're after. But once I get a price.
Yes, a price is definitely needed before you order anything in. And I don't want to be wasting your time ordering stuff in if I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes perfect sense.
I say to Zaga, it looks like we're going to have to get some more work in because Fayemon's going to need some more money to buy all these potions.
Well, if you stop giving them away to people.
Can I just check? It's the potion of healing. Is it the greater one?
Greater one. No, it's potion of healing.
Well, because I put normal one in and it didn't come out.
Yeah, it's just called potion of healing.
Yeah, it's got potion of healing and then greater,
Yeah,
or
that's the
superior, or
greater
supreme.
one. Yeah, that's when they get more. It's just there's one just called potion of healing.
Yeah, potion of healing is right there.
Yeah.
Cost 50 gold pieces, it even says here.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Nice. Greater one. Is that
It came up, honestly, when I searched it, it just came up with the greater one.
Nice haggle.
The greater one doesn't have a price in D&D Beyond.
It's because they are very rare.
Well,
There's a nice try at haggling there, James.
Yeah.
Say again.
Nice try at haggling with Herb for a haggling potion.
Oh, it's just such a prick.
Wow. Sat right here.
I'm not going to say whether I'm talking about Herb or the geezer.
Sat right here, man.
Payment chips come out the door and there's 10 points of damage.
Next time we should just rob him. That was obviously out of character because
I was tempted to do some shoplifting, but seeing as I'm looking to buy something, I best not.
Maybe next time.
Cool. So you Edmonds.
So I mean, maybe next time Zachary and Artie could do that little show, then we can do a little five-finger discount.
We can think about it for sure. Now that Faywin spent all her money on boots and a potion, are we still looking for a hat for Artie?
Yeah, we'll go some. It's a shopping day.
That can wait. So, I know we're doing shopping stuff now, and Faywin's spending all the money. What's the actual plan for today?
Room for tonight?
Yeah.
Did I find any work?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, so when you are looking out for leaflets and look for work and job boards and stuff coming up, you don't see anything that's obvious asking for work as you had that first night. But you again see the posters for new posters this time for Hot Valley. Hot Valley being the district that is just the way the old bridge is on the south, so it's outside the palisade walls. Hot Valley is the north, similar sort of thing. Used to be, you don't know because I know you're from here, so it doesn't matter. But there's lots of things going up there, saying about building work that's going on and opening soon. There's going to be shows, and then you see a poster for the opening act of the Hot Valley Stadium, which is just like posting little thing which you can grab if you want. It's up to you, and there's just a lot. There seems to be a lot of action going on there. No work per se, but they're starting to advertise Hot Valley as this like new destination for entertainment and shows, and they're building this stadium or refurbing this stadium. But yeah, anyone?
Work for Saga.
I'm trying to think who would have been around. None of you have actually really been through or have any history of Redvant. So no. But yeah, so you could have pulled one of those posters if you want, or you've just seen it. It's up to you. That's for Corin. What he did it earlier, and I missed it.
Yeah, I'll pull a poster down. Put it in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
It's just that thing about Hot Valley. You know, the new stadium that they're doing. Looks like they've got some some act going on, some entertainment of some sort.
You think they'd pay for a bard and his troupe of dancers and performers?
By troupe, what do you mean exactly?
I mean, I've got the bard part down, and
I no, that's Saga. So that's not my thing.
you good on your feet?
But I don't like being in the limelight. I like being to the side, not in people's view.
Maybe you could be the manager.
Or he could do the PA.
No, we want people to understand it.
No, I'm the hype man.
The do you show the poster that you've pulled? Correct.
Yeah.
Zaga, roll a history check.
Okay. That is a 10.
10. As you're trying to work out how you'd wangle your way into this kind of entertainment piece that's there, you see the poster he's got out there of this opening act of the Hot Valley Stadium, and it just says across the front, Oswell's Aquatic Marvels. Big writing across. Imagine like circus style writing. The big band Oswell's Aquatic Marvels, and it says the water-based circus coming to land for the first time ever, Hot Valley Stadium, and then in the middle there is a picture of a distinguished as can be looking turtle that you recognise.
It's happening. It's happening.
What is that? That thing. That's a turtle.
Not Fairman will know. She's good at this kind of stuff.
How do you know what a turtle looks like? Are there turtles on Draga?
There was a turtle. A turtle came to visit the island. It was all friendly with me. He said he really liked all my performances and stuff. He was hanging out with me. And then one day, he ran away with my precious bagpipes, my Linda, my family heirloom.
So he's a liar, and a cheat, and a thief.
I had Faywin try and check to see if she remembered anything about turtles on this continent here, but she said they weren't native, or she didn't know anything about them. But there's one there, right on the poster. Look at it. It's got a shell and everything.
Anyone that spent any time in Port Town, so Corin, probably Arta. I don't think the elves necessarily would have gone too far out. Roll history checks.
History check. Where's my die?
11. -2 to history.
That's 5.
Or 5. Less. Yeah, that doesn't. Nothing really picks up with a 5 of knowing that. But being that you've travelled from Norlock and being a part of Bryn and being around the port towns a lot, and actually the way you would have left Bryn, you probably would have made it round to somewhere like Butte Springs and dropped off a few times here and there. Sticking to what you know, Corin, as the portside towns, you recognise the name Oswell's Aquatic Marvels as like the biggest, the best circus act that tours around, and you may have been to see it, or you've like flown around. They set up usually within dock areas this giant almost like pirate looking ship where they have a whole load of acts that some are on shore, some are in the water, and they put on this like massive elaborate show. There's fireworks, and they just travel around hitting kind of all the coastal towns, making their way through. And obviously one of their stops along the way, as they were passing between the two towns, was to stop in at Draka, where Oswell, they hadn't put on a performance there, but that's where Oswell had met Zaga. But yeah, you recognise Oswell's Aquatic Marvels, looking at it like, oh yeah, I've heard of it. He's like a legit fucking entertainment.
That Oswell's, that name's, that rings a bell. I've never actually been to one of their shows, but I've heard a lot of talk about them. It's supposed to be really good, really big. They put on a hell of a show, apparently. But maybe something to go to.
If we can go to that, then
I mean, if anyone's going to know about a turtle, it's probably an aquatic guy, right?
right? And there's one right there on the poster. I don't know if that's the guy, but these guys seem rare. He might know who came to Dracker and might have left with a set of bagpipes.
Is there a date and the time on
It just says coming soon to the Heart Valley Stadium.
I'd love to go to something like that. I've never been.
Oh, maybe there's a spa.
I mean, it doesn't have a date of when it's actually on.
All I know is when I catch up with this cheating, lying bastard turtle, I'm going to turn it into a stew.
Do you think it'll taste nicer or worse than duck?
I don't know, but I'm going to try it.
Maybe we can.
And you'll like it.
I can't return home in shame without my bagpipes.
We'll find them for you, Zaga. Maybe we could ask someone if they know when it's going to be on.
It's definitely something to keep in the back of my mind.
Can we ask someone, or do we not have a date?
You could, anyone that you ask and kind of grab that you would flag on the streets are just like, I mean, it doesn't say a date. Yeah, it just says coming soon. So
Yeah, well, you've got attitude people on the street because maybe someone was helping build it or something.
maybe someone was, but
I think we'd have to go to Hot Valley to check that.
I don't want to get frizzy hair.
Yeah,
but that's something to keep an eye on. I definitely want to follow up on that if we can. But for now, we need to figure out what we're gonna do for work.
Well, we still need to figure out this whole Vex thing. Are we gonna go back and see if they got work first, or we're not doing that, or? Oh, Vaughn, you've been really quiet recently. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I'm happy to go with the group.
Are you also happy to smile? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy. And I see he's not responding, and I'm like, if you're happy and clap.
He's still talking about being told off.
Oh, he doesn't deal well with being in the wrong. I see. I'm assuming he's in the wrong.
Well,
He could be in the right.
you're the only one that speaks
Glare it on.
languages.
I don't speak that language.
Faerun, what do you think about Vex doing work?
Well, and I clutch my much emptier money purse. I could do with getting some more work. Maybe we go and see if she's calmed down a bit.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Does anyone else have any ideas of where else we can get work? I mean,
Like I say, I've not been looking out, and I've not seen anything else. Only this other group I've been talking to, so. But that involves working with Vex still, so. Or selling the information we already know.
Maybe they'll know something about that turtle as well.
Maybe.
I mean, it's something I can ask in the future, but we'd have to work for them first, I guess.
maybe we could give them a little bit of info. The only reason that I say that is because I'm a bit worried if we do go back to Vex, even just to see if she's calmed down. She did that weird thing inside my brain, and I'm scared that she'll be able to know that we've spoken to, or that you've spoken to the woman at the coven.
Maybe it's just you she can do that to. It's only you that's experiences. Maybe it's something in you that she can connect to.
But now that you've told me, I know. And if I know, then maybe she'll know.
Maybe just one of us go and see Vex,
Yeah, we could do.
Probably myself or Van then, because, I mean, Archer and Zaga pissed her off for something rotten, so.
And I can stand outside as long as I'm clued in on the cash.
Oh, always. I mean, that's the thing. We do it as a group.
Okay, but don't get angry with me if I say something I shouldn't.
Just stay quiet.
That's
all you have to
this
do.
is why we probably just send him in. Van's a very level-headed guy. Probably if we
You
send him
guys.
in.
Sorry, Corinne. I mean, you guys are playing a tricky game telling me not to speak. That doesn't seem like something I can do. Let's be honest.
This is why I'm saying if we just send Vaughn in to speak to Vex, it might be the best thing for everyone.
We could wait outside and send him in.
That's probably the best thing to do.
Oh, are we playing hide and seek? We can play hide and seek.
Yes, we'll play hide and seek with Vex and Vaughn will go and speak to him.
Okay, I'll hide first.
So in
Right.
Elvish, I say to Vaughn, are you okay with that?
Yes. Yeah,
I know that you don't like her, but are you fine with that, or?
I feel it's the lesser of the two evils.
Well, maybe just make sure you come back this time.
You walk into that one.
That hurt me. It wasn't even at me. I was like, oh, what have we done? Panicking.
I just walk off. I'm not going to say anything back.
Yes, sorry.
Was that an Elvish?
The cackle
Yeah,
was also
yeah.
Elvish, yes, just under my breath. That was all in Elvish what I said to him, yeah.
Hey, I don't know what the hell's going on because I can't understand you, but give the guy a break. Or talk to him rather than, what's he done wrong to piss you off so much?
I open my eyes incredibly wide at Corin as if to be like, really? You really want to go there?
Don't look at me like that.
I'm gonna walk away. I don't want to deal with Mummy and Daddy fighting.
I don't know what he's done. You're not sad, but this infighting's not going to do us any good.
I look down at our matching boots and I feel quite sad. I thought you understood me, Corin, but...
I mean, I don't understand it, but I don't understand Elvish, so I don't know what you're upset about.
He went out, and I said to be safe and to come back, and then he just swaned in at breakfast after not coming back at all. What if something could have happened? We've only known each other a few days, and all of this stuff's already happened to us, and we just really need to be careful, and I feel like he was just being careless, and especially after what happened with Meadow,
I mean, I get that, but he's a big boy. He can take care of himself, and I'm sure he didn't take anything risks. He said he was doing some research, so. But you may want to talk to him about it. At least let him know exactly why it is you're not happy.
Oh no, he knows, Corin. He knows.
No, okay then.
Let's
That's
go.
fair.
I don't.
I understand now. I understand a bit better.
Let's go. Let's go and join the others.
So you make your way to the Silent Dagger. Yes.
I will stand outside.
I'm also outside.
Who is...
I can lean against the side whistling.
It's early in the morning, so there's not many people passing around inns, funny enough. So yeah, it's pretty good. And where the Silent Dagger is towards the south, there's not a huge amount. At this time, most of the people that are making their way to the beer port have already made their way there. Most of the shifts have already changed over. So yeah, there's not a huge amount of people out on the street. But who is going in?
I am.
I think it's just fun.
Fun. So yeah, you enter Silent Dagger and you see Marcus is not behind the bar. He's moving around some of the tables, sorting up, giving everything a wipe down from the night before, a secondary clean, mopping some stuff. And as his door's open, he turns around and goes, "Sorry, we're not open today." Oh, you come to settle your tab?
I've been paying all along.
You might have been paying all along, but everybody else ain't been paying all along. We got a long list here. You didn't turn up yesterday. Well, started to fear the worst.
I'll make sure the others pay their tabs. Is Vex around?
Have you been calling? I've not been told that anyone's going to be asking for her today. He kind of looks at you a little bit closer, and as he's having this conversation, you hear in your head Vex's voice say, "Vaughn, please tell Marcus that you can come downstairs."
Vex has said that I can come downstairs.
Vex has said that you come downstairs. Actually, What, just now, has she?
Yeah, as weird as that is to say, yes, she
Yeah.
just told me.
And then you see him just like jolt a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, well, I bet you better be making your way downstairs then. But don't forget to get the rest of you reprobates back here to settle your tab." He goes back to like cleaning the table, kind of almost wants to kill the conversation really quick.
Okay, I make my way downstairs.
Into the same room, and yeah, sat at the desk in the full normal garb with the face mask on is what appears to be Vex. As you walk in, she's Vaughn, good to see you. Alone today?
Yes, I'm alone today, yeah.
Might be a wise decision after the interactions of a group that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. As you know, I can only apologise again for them too.
Yes, it was a little bit disappointing on my part that things went the way they did. I have kind of been in charge of the recruitment drive, shall we say, for our little group, and yes, our call doesn't take well to mistakes being made for lack of judgment on our parts. Sorry. So no, it's good to see you. I'd be keen to ensure that something like this doesn't happen again, but I'm also a little bit curious as to why you're on your own.
I just wanted to come to talk about more possible work.
Oh.
The others gone out for a bit of shopping and stuff like that, and yeah, that does not interest me at all.
Okay. Interesting. Yes. Well, work is an interesting topic. We have a lot of it, and not a lot of good people. Since you guys kind of made things difficult.
We will want to make it up to you. We, like I say, their stupidity has obviously affected your position as well, and yeah, I don't know. We just want to try to make it up to you to prove that we actually are capable, and you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yes. It would be a shame to end things at this early stage. It's, as we have found, very difficult to find competent people. And sometimes competence in skills leads to incompetence in other skills, as maybe some of your group possess. But you have been effective in some of the work you've carried out. There may be something you can do for us if you would like to carry on the investigation of the information you found before.
Of course. What would you like us to do?
Well, see, the other group we were going to use, but they are unfortunately overworked slightly, since we have a lot going on at the moment, trying to track all the goings on. I don't know if you've seen the information, the flyers going out around the new kind of complex area entertainment district being built at Hot Valley. They've been plastering this thing everywhere, and we believe that the deliveries maybe are something to do with that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've seen the flyers. Yeah.
It seems like, well, we believe the powers that be in this town are trying to move into further areas to capitalise on Redvant in all areas. They already own much of the goings on, but now they seem to be wanting to step into the shadier side of entertainment and gambling, it appears. all the information we managed to pull from the dockets that you sent over were around the Durgars were holding something within that warehouse to be sold. It was being sent to a warehouse within the beer port. We have the information of where it was to be held, but it's part of one of the brewing houses. We have that information on the delivery. We know that we have goods that we could deliver, or at least we could falsify goods to be delivered, and we have paperwork to maybe get us inside. We really wanted a team to go in and just have a snoop around, covertly. I'll say again, covertly. If this goes wrong, there'll be no tracing back to the work that we are doing. But there's a lot going on within these warehouses. The other team have been scouting out the movement. There seems to be a lot of deliveries, a lot coming in from sea, as well as stuff being delivered by land of all sorts. And to really understand what's going on there, we'd like to get some eyes into the warehouses themselves to, just have a little peek. See where the deliveries are coming from, see which companies are involved, maybe see which items are being delivered. So yes, that's possibly something you, as a group, could pick up. We have, luckily, it's not covert completely in sneak in the night. We have the cover of a delivery. We have all the information that the Durgars had for their delivery. So there is definitely the option to walk through the front door if you have the disguises and feel up for posing as deliveryman, or of course you can wait and infiltrate how you like. But we can give you the preliminary information that the rest of the other party brought up, and I suppose you can review the file and decide whether it's something that you believe your skill set could pull together. Like I said, we are working on lots of other things, so taking this off the plate of the other group would be advantageous. Zarkul has them working very hard on other projects, so maybe this is a way of working your way into the good books, shall we say?
Yes, of course. I'm sure we can be more than capable enough to find out this information for you.
This is good. We will. I will discuss the sending of your party again with Zarkul. I will likely have to vouch for you again, but there's, as I'm looking at it here, no other way I'm going to get a group in to do so. So both of our necks will be on the line for this one. So I hope you
understand.
And we can talk about payment once you have successfully completed any mission. I'm sure information will be paid for, but bartering up front isn't something we're really interested in doing right now.
I will make sure that none of that happens.
So if you can, let me see if I can get hold of Val, and we will pull Val over from his current assignment to run you through the information that they have gathered so far. When will you be able to pull your party together?
Yes, of course.
So if you can get, shall we say, how long do you need to get them all?
Give me a couple of hours.
Sounds about right. If we meet, let's say just after lunch here in the Silent Dagger, if we try and get hold of Val to come back and brief you on their initial findings, he'll also present you with the plans that we have and the information we have. Unfortunately, I cannot let you have those things post, but he'll be able to give you a good briefing. This was a job that he was planning himself before Zarkul moved him onto other projects. But yes, something that we need to do, maybe a lifeline for you, and you'd be getting me out of a sticky hole if you can perform this.
Of course. Thank you for the opportunity to redeem ourselves.
No, it's not me you need to worry about, unfortunately. But yes, just remember, this is Yes, this is a difficult line of business to stay within. It can be very lucrative for those that manage to make the most of it. But there's always work going, and you guys have been resourceful. I found you to be useful, if not all pleasant. But you get jobs done. So yes, in a few hours upstairs, Val will be waiting to brief you, and hopefully we will see you back post with a bit more information. Gather whatever information you can on the goings on of the warehouse, but I'll leave Val to fill you in all the details.
Okay.
Cool. Is there anything else?
No, that's everything.
That's good. Well, it's been good to see you, Von. Hopefully this is the start of fresh, a clean beginning, and hopefully a long partnership can be born from here. We are quite interested in what these Redvant businesses are getting up to.
Yes, of course. I shall see you soon.
That'll be all. I'll speak to you soon. And she goes back to Dot on the desk.
Okay. I head back upstairs.
As you walk out, Marcus is like, "Hey, don't forget."
I won't. Don't worry.
Goes back to clean off your desk.
I head back outside.
Fabian looks a little bit relieved to see him, but then hides her face.
So yeah, head back over to the group. Vex is willing to give us another chance. We need to meet back here in a couple of hours' time, and the tiefling from that other group has got some information to give us towards what we got to do. So
I go over to him and I say, "Good work!" and I slam him on the back. Not like hard, just like, "Well done. Well, if you can make up for our transgivings? I don't know.
Transgressions.
That's the one. Yeah. Common's not my native tongue. Then, surely you can, get that one to stop being annoyed with you. No point at Faywin.
I kind of ignore that statement and say, by the way, Marcus is chasing a couple of you for what you owe him.
Oh. How much do we get paid for the job?
Vex is not willing to discuss that until later.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go pay my dues. And I walk in.
Who
Go
else
up to the
had a
bar.
tab? Because I didn't.
What was that?
Who else had a tab? Because I didn't.
I
Oh,
didn't either.
that wouldn't be me. I have some money, but it'd look a bit silly if we all just walk in now. If we were meant to be back here in a couple hours.
I'm still going to walk in.
Right, so I'll pay later on.
You going in, Arthur?
Yeah.
And she walked through the door, Marcus, and it's like, "We're closed." Oh, fucking hell, he moves quick, doesn't he? You here to settle up?
Nah, you're closed. I'll come back later.
And
I leave.
Funny man. He's on his own now as well. Just clean that up.
I've left.
Sweet. Is there anything you'd like to do with the 2 hours, or we?
I want to say to Faywin in Elvish as well, it's like she'd done the same mind thing with me.
What do you mean?
She spoke to me in my head.
So now you understand. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, this is.
What did she say?
She just must have sensed that I was upstairs and told me to come downstairs. Told me to tell Marcus to let me down.
Did it feel like she was reading through your mind like a catalogue, or was it just her saying to come down?
I didn't feel like she was reading through, but I mean, she may well have been.
We have to be so careful what we think. Did you
Yeah,
speak
we
back
do.
to her in your head?
No, I didn't know.
You know you can do that, right? When she spoke to me, she said just to think it, and we were having a full-blown conversation without me moving my mouth. It was so strange.
Out of character, does that mean if you go la 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 la, she can't?
Well, that's what Faywin was
That's
going to do if she fucking went in there. Just like panic.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of magic that I'm not too keen on.
Out of character, that's also what Voldemort did. Just, I'm starting to see parallels between your story.
I have never watched all the Harry Potter films.
You make me sick.
I
Okay,
hate-
back in character.
I hate those wizards. A wizard is Gandalf, and Gandalf only.
Mhm.
He was born an old man. He was always a wizard as an old man. Sweet. Anything else you want to do before the 2 hours? Or are we going to time shift? Gonna go and eat enough done?
Wave your lines, time shift.
Yeah.
I do want to head down to Old. How far is Old Bridge?
It's from, we said it's probably about 20 minutes to half an hour walk. Depends if you're like chipping or just taking a gentle stroll down. Not super far.
I'm gonna head down there fairly quickly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you looking to do?
By yourself. Faywin won't like that.
Have you learned nothing?
I will say I'm gonna head down to Old Bridge. Does anyone want to join me?
No.
I'll come with you there, Brandon.
I say in Elvish, I'll keep an eye on these two, referring to Arta and Zaga.
Job that nobody wants.
I kind of nod at Faywin.
And then I
I'll
say,
say-
make sure you come back this time.
I'll make sure he does.
Thanks, Corin. And I sort of like flick my ankle out just to show the embroidery on our boot.
Yeah, but go Finn. Perfect. Cool. So you make your way down to border. Yeah, the old bridge with the border control guys are kind of perched up.
Yeah. So I want to try and find the captain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll be able to find. Ask around a bit. You'll be able to find he's. They point you towards the barracks, the metal kind of thing where you guys had some. I think it was lunch the first time, dinner before you slept in. Point you towards that, and as you walk in, you can see he's sat on his own in the corner. Captain. We actually didn't go for his name, did we?
No, I think so.
Okay, so yeah, he probably would have introduced himself. So his name is Thalor or Thalor. Thalior. Dusk Runner is his surname. But he's sat there, just glass of water, simple meal as he's just eating down. You can see he's like preoccupied with thoughts. He's kind of eating as the secondary activity, thinking is his primary.
Taylor, sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to see if there's been any progress on trying to find the lost team.
Oh, good. Thank you. Good to see you. There has unfortunately been no further news. We had heard back from Eden, and their thanks is given to you guys for helping deal with the troll problem, and we have now secured the border again, which is great. But the team haven't been found. We have sent out further parties. The attacks seem to have calmed. We haven't had anything else too dangerous happen. Nothing unusual. But we are waiting for reports back from the latest team. They are saying that there's something definitely up within the wood, further on from where you encountered the hack. Talon and Erwin filled us in on that encounter, and whilst we've rerouted the search path to kind of give a wide berth to the hag we don't want to disturb or get involved with that again. But yes, on the wider search out more towards the west, there is definitely something happening within the forest. But no, we're waiting to hear back any more. I don't know if you guys are not seeing you for a day, whether you were done with the search or not. I've been asked to report back to Eden on essentially your group and your efforts towards helping the cause.
I would like to go back to search again, but I don't think everyone's ready to right now. But it's definitely something that I think we will be keen on doing.
Yes, it's how do I get this point across in the most elegant way? You understand, the longer we wait, the less likely we find.
Of course, I totally understand that.
Yes, Eden will be sending some emissaries down to the border, just to as a show of control to the border, to the coven, that we are in control of the border still and can keep Redvant safe. But in terms of sending out the right people, our parties of skilled trackers are light, and yes, we have definitely found there's something to be investigated further to the west.
Thank you. Yeah, that's all I wanted to come down to discuss, really.
Okay.
So I hope everything gets back to normal as soon as possible. We will be back down to continue searching, I'm sure. But yeah, for now, I hope everything stays okay.
Yeah, he and having this conversation with you as it gets to the end of you saying, he's kind of looking between you and Corin, and he's like, he then switches to Elvish to say, "Can I speak to you privately?"
Of course. Obviously back in Elvish.
Yeah. He looks to you, Corin, just says, "Please help yourself to any food and drink you'd like. I just need to speak to your colleague here just for 1 second." And he kind of steps up to walk, not far away, but far enough away that you'll be able to hear the mumblings, and he's assuming you can't understand Elvish.
Is it just the three of us in the room?
No, there's other elves around. Like a few in this corner, it's him. Like people kind of like sitting with your boss, right? People give him a bit of a wide berth. So there's other groups that sat there, starting to have early lunches before shift changes, or taking breaks. So there's other people.
I wanted to see if I could pickpocket him, but if there's other people.
You want to die today? No, there's other people around. Yeah, it's a busy-ish mess. It's just not around him. Cool. Give me 1 second, because I've just lost the thing in my head. So yeah, when he gets Von pushed aside, he says, as part of our communications back with Eden, we had to provide details of everybody that was helping, and we provided descriptions as well of yourselves and the rest of your party to make sure that you were given the correct dues by the rest of the Sylvan Dark border control. And I was asked specifically about you, just to check. Are you Von Frostshadow?
Yes.
Okay. No, this is fine. It's strange request that I've never received a response back so quickly from Eden until I mentioned your name. So I imagine when the emissaries arrive that they might be keen to have a conversation with you. I'm not sure, I wasn't privy to what that may be about, but I felt that you should know that there may be someone here that is a little more interested in you than the rest of your party.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't give you any more. I wasn't. I wasn't told anything additional. I wasn't briefed. I didn't ask. But you pick up on patterns, and border control isn't number one on Eden's list for responses, and that is possibly the fastest I've ever seen a response back to a report. So I felt it was worth telling you at least that when they arrive, that there may be someone that may be interested to talk to you.
No, of course. Say thank you for giving me that information. I hope it's nothing bad.
No, I wasn't. If it's any consolation, I wasn't told to try and detain you in any way, shape, or form. So take from
well, that's always a good thing to hear, I guess.
But no, it's just information. And he flicks back to Colin. He's like, "No, thank you for that. Thank you for coming to see." And like I say, it's the sooner you guys, your party can aid, the more people that we can get out there, the more trained fighters we can have out protecting some of the scouts, the better the chance of finding our party alive.
Yes, totally.
And he stops and shakes your hand, like looks in your eyes for and thanks you. And Corin does the same 2 turns, takes your hand, shakes it, thanks you for coming to see him, and kind of gets back to his lunch.
I've filled up my bag with food at this point.
No, it's easy enough. It's just like a free mess canteen. The only reason you guys got in is because they know essentially who you are. So yeah, you've got a full-on sack of food. Anything else you want to do whilst we're done?
Can I just pop into the chapel to see if I can grab some good berries?
I was going to say the same thing.
Please, with the good berries. Yeah, you can pop in and you see Bo, the guy you saw there before. As he comes in, he recognises Corin. Were you both there? Was it you two there? Was there before?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, so you kind of come in as like an unlikely partnership, which makes you immediately recognisable. He's like, good to see you both. Things have calmed down a little here. I heard you swung into the rescue.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, I guess.
It's well, I saw the body being hauled out. That was quite the troll that was taken down. But sorry, I've jumped straight into what might have been not necessarily the nicest scenario for you. Is there anything I can do for you today? Should I to commune with one of your gods? Looks at you, Colin, as well. Is there anything we would like to set up for us?
Have you had any more good berries?
Oh, good berries we can do indeed. The still supplies are light. We still have some of the troop recovering, but I'm sure we can screw you away some. Just give me 2 minutes, and he wanders back to the near where that station was set up before. That's not there anymore, like the open bar of druidic spell components. But he disappears off into like where the kind of altar is at the front. There's like a side room to the back right. Disappears in there, comes out, and he says, "I'm sure the captain wouldn't mind passing these over." And he's like, "But like I say, supplies are light. This is all we can offer for now." And hands over a pouch that has 5 good berries. I've heard that you may be returning to help with the search party.
Yes, we will at some point. As I say, one of our friends, dear friend, was in that group, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are like... You hate to think about it, but yeah, every day they are surviving. I mean, we are trained in survival as part of basic training, but to that forest out there is a different forest to the one we trained in. So no, I hope to see you back soon, and I hope you can help.
How much was the good berries?
They're free of charge.
I'm going to hand over 5 gold anyway.
He's like,
I am not.
he's like, thank you for your donation. just kind of, as he's there, someone calls him out. And he's like,
So was that 5 between us?
Yeah, 5 between you. 1 pouch of 5 good berries. You decide how you want to divvy them. And then someone calls him and he goes, it's good to see you, but I have to get on. And he wanders back to dealing with his flock and dealing with people that have come in for different things and wanting different stuff from him.
How many of the good berries do you want, Corin?
I mean, I've got some already, and you made a donation, so I'll take a couple, and you can have the rest.
Okay. You have to do it as a custom item, don't you?
Yeah. Anything else from you guys, or are you heading back?
I'm good to head back unless Corin wants to do anything.
No, I'm fine.
Cool. The Three Musketeers. Anything you would like to do whilst you are waiting for time to pass up near the business district?
Gonna go to the park and relax.
Nice.
The old duck pond.
The old duck pond.
I'm gonna go to the other part of the park, away from the duck pond for reasons.
Trying to go as far away from the duck pond as possible.
I'm just hanging out.
It's nice.
I will go to the duck pond. Am I getting a reputation for turning up at the duck pond and chasing ducks yet?
You don't know. Do you want to see if you're getting a reputation?
No, I just want to turn up and chase ducks.
Okay, cool. You can turn up and chase ducks. Do you want to try and catch ducks, or do you just want to chase ducks to be a general menace?
I'll try and catch a duck.
You're going to get killed.
Is Fabian helping?
Absolutely not.
Kill. Have you gone over with Arta to be like... If we
Yeah,
just distance
so
ourselves-
Fabian's kind of sat further away from the pond after she sees him running around.
Mhm.
And is just sat on a bench,
Nice.
trying not to make eye contact.
Yes. Roll a acrobatics check for trying to catch the duck, full Rocky style. You two on the bench.
Oh yeah,
As
chasing
you
the chicken.
Yeah, you're chasing. As you're seeing Arta run around chasing the ducks, menacingly, almost like dog-like saliva drooling as he's trying to catch hold of this, desperate to eat one. You notice people looking at what is going on as what is quite a nice park. Like, Redvant doesn't have a lot of really nice things. Lots of business that goes on, lots of, like, mainly inns, business. People come in and out. There's not much time, there's not much space separated out for nice things. And what is one of the nice areas is being terrorised by a kobold trying to eat all the ducks that are in there. What was your roll?
The acrobatics roll was a 24.
24. I'm rolling for a duck, baby. Gotta get in that 20. Ah! I rolled in that 20. You didn't catch the duck. I'm not even joking. I literally rolled in that 20. You try, and you get close. You get feathers. You get feathers out of the back of ducks. But these ducks that you picked on today, they're alert. They're at it. They waddle out as quickly as they can into the middle of the duck pond. And there's quite a raucous quacking away this early in the morning. That creates way more of a commotion than it did last time. As you, yes, unfortunately come away with only a few feathers.
I'll carry on chasing them.
Jesus Christ, okay.
I'm becoming more frustrated.
It's going to get harder.
Swearing at the ducks.
This is poor little duck. So you're going to go into the pond to get the ducks?
If I have to, I will jump in the water and attack a duck.
They are in the water. They realise that the safety was in the pond rather than near the land where you were trying to chase them. So
Zaga stands on the edge of the pond for a couple of minutes, just looking at them and licking his lips and trying to decide what to do.
Roll for initiative against a swarm of ducks.
ducks.
Eventually deciding he's going to leap into the pond and try and catch a duck there.
Nice. You dive into the pond.
While Faywin and Arta try their best to make it look like they're not with me.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like that.
We're not with you.
Yeah, not you anymore.
Swimming around trying to catch these. You roll your acrobatics check at disadvantage because you're swimming and trying to catch ducks. This is definitely their
This will
terrain.
take a second because D&D Beyond's been slow.
You, Arta and Faywin, see you're almost like, you're watching something happen, and you're like, he's not going to jump into the pond, though, is he? And then you see him, like, essentially try to swan dive this bloody pond, wrapping around. Everybody walking through the park now is just looking, like, as they're passing through, looking at what the hell is going on, why, like, the ducks are squawking and flying around, the water's thrashing everywhere. It's a pond as well, so it's like, it kicks up a load of muck, and a bit of stink hits the air as he's rolling around. As this debacle's going on, as he's trying, it's going to take a while. Corin and Von, you kind of hear from outside the park, you hear the ducks going mental, and you hear as someone comes out as they pass, just saying, why is someone trying to eat? Is he trying to kill the ducks or just catch the ducks? I've never seen this before. As you just like passing as you're walking towards the Silent Dagger, and they're walking out of the park.
Well, you know where Zaga is.
I just shake my head.
What was your disadvantage, Rob?
My disadvantage was 11.
11. Come
The other
on!
one was 20.
Kobolds don't have wings, do they?
No. Oh, not 4. You managed to, after chasing them for a bit, you change your tactic to try and suck one under with like a wave. So you start like creating waves in the pond to try and topple. You manage to blindside one duck, and you manage to grab it as it tries to get out, gets hit with like a wave that you've created, and you manage to grab hold of its neck before it gets flying.
Awesome. I grab it by the neck and exit the pond.
Very happy with yourself. You have a duck in hand. Arta and Faywin are away from you on a bench, but can see what's going on.
I run up to them with the live duck still in my hand, holding it by the neck, like, "Hey guys, look what I got!"
Are we there yet?
You're coming in, seeing him running off, like, so you're at one end of the park, and you can see that he's running towards the far end, and that's where you can see that.
For everybody, I'm guessing that they're now watching him run over to us.
Oh yeah. Those that are in the
duck,
park. A lot of
okay.
people have left the park like a little bit like this is not the peace and tranquility that I wanted for coming from the park. There's a weird little kobold trying to eat ducks in the pond.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to take the duck out of?
Yeah, that's what I was going to try
You
and
want to
do.
sneak up to him. You can do a contested. Yeah, it'd be sleight of hand versus dex or strength for the grip, or your ability to see it come and move.
Is the duck still alive?
I rolled
yes, it's
19.
19. So as you're like, hey, look what I've got behind, Corin's sneaking up behind you to try and grab it. Essentially, you need to roll your choice, Zaga, either strength to hold on, or your dex to see him come in and whip it out of the way.
Strength or dex, not a sleight of hand versus sleight of hand.
No, not sleight of hand, because you're not trying to hide it, you're just trying to hold on to it, or it's like someone's trying to grab it from you quickly, you're trying to move it out of the way. So you could use
15 for dex.
15. So as you go, hey, here it is, you see a hand come underneath as Corin grabs the duck, squeals as it gets grabbed for a second time.
You can't be doing that, Dagger. Not here. It's for people to look at. And I just let the duck go.
The duck.
I chase the duck. That's my duck!
The duck, as it runs, just takes off. It starts to fly.
I turn around and get angry.
There are a fair few people.
We're supposed to be keeping a low profile, Dagger. You going around chasing ducks is not a good idea.
I take a pan au chocolat out of my bag that I stashed from breakfast, and I give that to Zaga.
And I take some food out of my bag that I took from the church and give it to Zaga. There you go, Zaga. I know it's not quite a duck, but you can't go around chasing ducks all the time.
I look at the pastry that's now in my hand with disgust. I'm disgusted by this pastry, and I throw the pastry on the floor.
I'm disgusted by this pastry. Such an aggressive statement.
I hope that one of the ducks eats the pan au chocolat just to piss him off. After throwing it on the floor, the little shit.
I'm just waiting for this Some genetically modified duck to turn up on there. It's like 6 foot tall.
Literally Googled swarm of ducks 5e, come up with a giant duck. I'm like, well, you know what you're fighting next week.
The big bad boss is actually a giant duck.
Yeah. It's all changed. The PDGs.
The big brother of ducks comes out.
Oh god.
I think it was Zelda on the Game Boy when you attacked the bird so many times, and then a swarm of pigeons would attack you.
Yeah. Every time. Well, all this fun and games has been a couple of close to a couple of hours. If you wanted to make your way back to the Silent Dagger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As you leave, wet and a little bit stinky, Zaga, you're all moving out the party. As you kind of pass out past people, there's a few like almost like women holding their handbags, like like looking at you like you're a bit of a, almost like what that it's a bit of you're a bit scary. You're like a little bit of a monster that they've just seen trying to terrorize these ducks.
Zaga doesn't notice as he's still extremely pissed off about losing his duck.
Basically,
Basically, he's more pissed off than Faywin was this morning.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Nice. But you make your way back. It doesn't take that long to get back to the Silent Dagger. And I'm assuming all entering? No one's
Well, before we enter,
Okay, yeah.
I kind of turn to Arthur and Zaga and be like, you two need to stay quiet. We've been given this opportunity again, and anything like what happened yesterday, we're fucked.
I'm always quiet. I'm the opposite of the life of the party.
I could have been sitting in the back quietly eating a duck, not saying shit, but you guys fucked that up.
As well, my eyes.
And also, no bartering for money. We're not in a position to barter now. We're just going to piss them off even more. I know we've tried every time, and it's failed every time.
Well, I owe you one, so I will. I guess I'll have to be. What's the word? Professional.
Good.
But only this once. I'm not changing who I am.
I'm just me. What's that? Was that Grey Showman? Decided? All going in?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the bar first of all.
No, well, as you walk in, Marcus is now back behind the bar and sat on the table that you guys were sat on. Just facing the door is Val, the kind of midnight blue skin tiefling with his red like leather, almost like Matrix style jacket, long old jacket, tail up on the side, and he's got a glass that he's just like spinning around with his finger, just like balancing it. As the door opens, he goes, "Thank fuck! Finally you're here! Jesus Christ!" Are we ready to sit down? Oh, I'm joking. You're sitting down? You're going to have a beer? What's going on? Come on.
I'm going to go pay my tab.
Yeah, they're saying.
What's my tab? Why do I owe you money?
Your tab was, I think each of you had 16 copper for a night and breakfast.
Marlon, man. Disgraceful. You're gonna make me destitute and homeless.
So,
I'll take a rum as well.
I don't need a drink.
No drinks, rum. I mean, you won't forgive me for asking for the money up front on this one.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
An Arthur always pays his debts.
that's good to hear. There's 2 silver for the one. Anybody else want a drink before you guys? Because I will be departing whilst this is happening. Is Marcus?
No, I'm all good.
I'm fine, thank you.
Everybody happy? Okay. He walks around to the front of the silent, the front door of the Silent Dagger. Swacks, knocks the deadbolt across from the door. Looks back to Val and he says, Over to you. And he goes down to back into like through the back behind the bar into what was you assume like the kitchen and stuff, and as the door closed, Val sat there looking at the rest of you. He's there. Well. Look what the cat dragged in. I thought you fuckers were done for after last time, but apparently you're getting given another chance.
I was just asking, the copper piece is to silver. Is that 10 as well?
10, yeah. 10
10,
silver,
10.
yeah, 10 silver, 1 gold. 10 gold, 1 platinum. So, looks like you're being trusted to go out on another little mission. I'm not sure it's the right idea, but me and my crew have been top notch. We've been given the good stuff, so I suppose I can hand you over my plans for what we had for this little joint. You've been filled in so far on what's going on, or should I start from the beginning?
Start from the beginning.
That seems simple. Make sure you all understand what's going on. So, I hear you guys found some information, which is all good. Actually adding something to the pile, but there's a set of deliveries that were to be made from the warehouse in which you, well, essentially fucked up. Round to a cargo warehouse on the back of Beerport. We know that there is 4 warehouses, smaller warehouses there on the side of the Beerport. You must enter through the main entrance. We've got delivery notes, we've got invoices, we've got all the necessary paperwork from your docket. Well done. But from what we can scout and see, it seems pretty light touch. They're storage warehouses. They're nothing to do with the Beerport, but boss wants to see what the fuck's going on inside there. You can do whatever the fuck you want to get in. You can go in over the fence. The fences are the same fences you saw in the warehouse district, 7 to 10 foot fences. You can go in disguise. We've been checking out. We know the delivery unit. There is no one company that gets in. As long as you got the paperwork, you seem to be able to get yourself in. So you go in disguise if you so wish, if you so have the talent to get yourself, to talk yourself into a situation rather than talk yourself out of one. So we can provide all that information. We know there's 4 warehouses. Boss wants to know what is going on in the warehouse. What is in there? Who it's for? And where it might be going next. So anything you can pick up and find from there. We don't want anything coming back to us. This is a information gathering. Anything you can leave behind rather than stealing is ideal. Should be a quick in and out job if you are any good. Do you have any questions so far?
I shake my head.
Just after know what happened last time, should somebody challenge us and attack us, what's the protocol there?
Well, I'm hoping no one's going to attack you because this is a business. This is a delivery port, so don't go in guns blazing.
I understand that. I'm just asking what if. I want to cover all the bases here because I know Vax wasn't happy last time that things went down the way they did.
Well, that's because we had to go and clear up the shit you left behind. You left bodies. You left a lot of bodies. When we got
this is what I'm saying. We weren't given parameters last time as to what the protocol is, and this is why I'm asking now.
There, as far as I can see it from the plans that we laid out, there should be no need to fight whatsoever. You get in, you get out. You get challenged, you get out. You don't need to take anybody down. You don't need to kill anybody. These guys that are working there are just normal warehouse working men. They follow the rules. They stamp the paperwork. They don't want no trouble. You're gonna have.
I got that, but if it's a shady business like you seem to be thinking it is, that there's something hiding there, they might have guards. This is what I'm saying. I want to know what if we see guards, do we turn the other way and come out, or do you want us to go and find out whatever? This is what I want to get all of the bases covered here.
Which sounds like you want to go in guns blazing, killing motherfuckers. That's not the way.
No, I'd rather not. The way I work is I'd rather be, not seen and not confrontation. That's no good for anybody. I'm just trying to get at the fact of what happened. What if you're scared around this here?
Because there should be no need for you to kill anybody.
There should be, but
So you're saying you want me to say it's okay for you to kill someone. How about don't fuck up the job and you won't have to kill anybody? That seems like a pretty easy thing to understand. No?
You're not getting me here. You just...
Because you seem to want some permission. Don't fucking kill people. Get information. I've told...
So don't kill people. That's fine. Don't kill people. And if there's people that we'll just get out of there and you won't get the information. That's fine.
Well, yeah, you should be trying to... I mean, but I'm assuming you want to get the information to get yourself on the...
I do. Like I say, we do. And that's what we're going to be doing. It's just we're covering the bases here. I don't want to be coming back to Vex, having something happen, or not being able to get the information. So like I say, well, we weren't to kill anybody, we weren't to cause trouble.
Yeah,
so that's what it is.
Covert. Anything that gets linked back to here will be... I mean, let's be honest, you're on the tightest. You're on the thinnest of thin ice, as they say. So, yeah, just don't fuck up, I'm sure. This should be a simple information gather. Use whatever means you want to get in, sneak in, use the disguises, use the delivery notes. Get in, get your information, get out, easy.
You've been doing this as long as I have. You know, nothing's ever that simple.
Well, it is if you're good at it.
And that's just naive of you there. You've obviously not been doing this very long.
Which is why I'm sat this side of the table telling you about a job that we've been passed down, because we always have the problems this side. It's like, shit. Have you got any other questions? We can draw you up a nice little map if you need it. We provide the layout of where you're going to go, what you need to get into, but information is the key. Jesus
All the
Christ.
information you can give us, the better.
We do have a nice little map. I'll send you guys the map that he draws up on paper. Detail, and it essentially details walls that go around the outside. One big, it's on the left hand side. Oh, actually, I've got a pen and dry eraser. Where's the pen go? Nice.
Who's playing with the new toy?
Playing with my new toy. I got pen and everything. I've got to see where my hand goes though. Yeah, nice. So that.
We're using the wrong hand. Oh.
No, I'm left-handed. So this is the factory. This is your main gate, and there's your 4 warehouses. We have got delivery paperwork to deliver these parcels, deliver these boxes that you guys found into one of the warehouses. You got our delivery notes, you got our documentation, and we've watched the process. These guys seem to just stamp the stuff, you drop it off, you get the hell out of there. However you want to do it is up to you. The walls are on the outside, very similar to the ones that are in the warehouse. The other warehouse complex, scalable, but maybe more difficult than it needs to be. 4 warehouses, the more you get into, the more information you can get, the happier we'll all be at the end of this.
You want us to check out all 4 warehouses?
I assume you've got to check out our 4 warehouses. Like I say, the more warehouses you check, the more boxes you can check, the more paperwork you get, the more information you get.
Okay. Are you able to falsify any documents to get us in there, or is that not something?
We've got the documents already.
You've got the documents.
Yeah. So the Durgers, the guys, the dwarf dudes that you killed last time, they were holding on to some what should we say? Some devices that they had built that were supposed to be delivered here. We have taken the devices, but we have the boxes themselves, so we can package up the boxes. We can put people in it. We can put other shit in it, whatever you want. But we've got boxes with the appropriate label in it, with the appropriate delivery paperwork to make the drop-off. So I don't see any problem getting the stuff in via that route. It's, like I say, it's up to you how you take it. That's the way I take it. I mean, I'm a man that likes to talk, so.
I've noticed.
Well, it's one of my skills, shall we say. But yeah, however you guys want to take it, it's completely up to you. Through the front door, hide yourself away, jump over the wall. I don't give a shit. As long as you get it done, you get the information. pass it back, then guess what? You might get to work again. This is lovely.
Okay.
Perfect. My time is money, and you guys do not like to see a lot. Slightly worrying, but it's not my job. If there's anything else, I'm happy to answer any questions. And he hands over the docket with all the information packing. He's like, here's all the information you'll need for the signage, the boxes. We can make them pull around from the warehouse to get you guys set up if you want to take those.
Any particular time they're expecting a delivery?
There is no timing on the paperwork. It's up to you. They seem to be operating they operate those factories 24/7. So it's really, the plan is up to you. However you best so fit.
Okay, that's fine.
Perfect. Well, I got shit to be getting on with. Everybody cool here? You got your paperwork? You got your map? Done?
Yeah.
Stand up.
I think we're all good here.
Well, perfect. Well, just remember, if you're going to talk your way in, you're going to need to be a little bit more chatty than this, and hopefully I don't have to see you again too soon. Marcus, I'm all done. And he walks back towards the room, pokes the door open, downs the rest of his liquor that he had on in the cup, puts it on the side, and makes his way downstairs towards the office. Marcus comes out like, oh, that was quick, that was good. Any drinks for anybody, or you guys, we got to a bit of work there you want to get on with? You want to fuck off and leave me alone? What's happening?
I'm just saying that drink my drink.
Lovely.
I'm not saying anything because, been told not to. And I'm doing it this once.
Same, and I'm still pissed off about the duck.
Nice. Cool. So you, have your plan. Like I say, you've got the map of the drawn up map. You've got the documents that will allow you to get in for your benefit. You are provided essentially passes that will enable you to turn up with a delivery of boxes that will be checked, signed. You can see that you've got all the necessary paperwork there. You can see the delivery notes that say that how many boxes that you've got signage for. You can take as many or as few as you want from there. They said that they'll set you up with those same boxes, but the boxes have been emptied. Just so you're aware, but they can give you the boxes in a cart so you guys can make your way in, or you can ignore all of that and go and, I suppose, scope yourself if you want to go and scope and plan your own way of getting in. But this is as he says, this is a information gather. The more warehouses you can get in, the more deliveries and other drop-offs you can check their paperwork, check what might be inside them, do as much as you can or want to do, and then get out. Anything that goes wrong, they will likely, like all the jobs, disown you essentially if it can be tracked back.
Okay.
Nice. Well, it's literally just struck 11, so it might be a good time to stop. I can then send you guys pictures of the maps. You can get thinking on the time between and then decide whether that's what you want to do straight away next week, or go and check something else out. Old Bridge, Hot Valley, just go for a swim in the sea, kill another duck, whatever the fuck you want.